He's going to yell for a minute right before he passes out.
So, worst case scenario, we have to pause.
Yep.
And then cut. All right. That's fine.
Or I'll cut it or something.
Cut it, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we'll leave it in.
Yeah.
Nader was here. Indiscriminate baby sounds. Nader was here.
Kenny was here.
Has Kenny ever been on the show?
Once.
How did that go?
For like half a show.
Yeah, for like half a show.
How did it go?
It was fun. He was actually pretty good.
Yeah?
He was fun.
The only thing is he goes into like radio announcer type things.
Yeah, he went into radio mode, which is why he was fine.
Oh. I could do that if you want.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine.
Welcome to Q405.
Oh, yeah.
Or just like,
Or-
welcome to the podcast. This is
I could be
sponsored by viewers like you.
I could be Neil Casey, the new age speaker, if you like. Or I could do my NPR voice.
The key to a healthy life is you have to wear crystals around your neck.
It is. It's true.
And hula hoop for days.
These are facts.
Yes.
I read about a woman who draws her own blood, and she tests the different crystals' effects on her blood.
So she's a crazy person.
No, she's spiritual.
Spiritual. Yeah, she's spiritual.
In tune with nature.
I like how it's when you're poor, you're crazy. When you're rich, you're eccentric. But when you're religious, you're spiritual.
No, there's
No,
religious.
no.
There's
There's-
spiritual, not religious. They are exclusive of one another.
And I can send you some amazing videos on how to be spiritual.
Well, this just died.
Yay.
Then get your laptop.
There's no room for that. Do you know? You've seen my laptop, Christy. My laptop is massive.
It is.
Is it? Is it though?
It's a 17-inch MacBook Pro.
That's
Yes.
that's a big piece of
It is a big piece of
useless
metal.
proprietary hardware.
It's a big piece of metal.
It runs QuickTime well.
It does run.
It's the only thing that does.
It is not useless.
No, it's
Apple
far from useless.
Apple can go to hell.
No, you are clearly not an audio worker.
No, I'm not.
You're a sex worker
I'm
who have no use for apples. Only cucumbers.
Well,
and
no,
bananas.
apples you can stick the apparently you haven't watched the videos I've watched.
I kind of wish that I was there for the explanation that you gave Ducky at the diner the other night with the silverware.
It wasn't my explanation. My explanation was actually kind of the right explanation,
DVD.
and then V
I
took
think
it.
that I think that silverware was the right explanation.
V took it into a completely different direction and represented my explanation in the form of silverware.
I am very sad I wasn't there for that.
Because we were trying to figure out the logistics of DVDA.
It is very confusing.
There's weird angles involved.
There are. Yes.
I don't know. Watch a video. The internet's a thing. I'm sure you can.
Wait, what?
When did this series of tubes become
Yeah.
widespread technology?
I've never heard of this thing.
About 6 months ago.
Oh, it's
brand new.
That makes sense.
It's brand new.
I,
Yeah,
heard it-
you
I
were
thought
busy.
it was just going to be a fad.
You were
know?
busy raising a kid. Yeah. You're busy raising a kid. You couldn't keep up with us youngsters and our
newfangled
technology.
I totally expected the internet to just be a fad.
yeah.
I have a 13-year-old nephew who is absolutely shocked that we know all of the apps that he uses. And I keep trying to explain to him that
Grinder.
No, not.
that people our age are the ones that make the apps that he uses, therefore we know about them.
Yep.
It
Like what? Calculator. iTunes.
Yes. Calculator is actually the one he was
That
referring to.
Twitters,
Minesweeper.
Solitaire,
Oh,
Spider Solitaire.
Spider Solitaire, yeah. That's the jam.
Free cell. It's all about the free cell.
Free Cell's a little too advanced for these kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
This generation's going down the toilet.
You actually have to think about things.
Jesus wept.
And Jesus wept.
For there were no more lands to conquer.
So good. Have you watched the new
yet. I
episodes?
haven't.
They're so good.
Community.
Community.
Oh, I have not.
They put up
the sixth season. They put up the first two, right?
First two episodes on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
like
Nice.
a couple days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
That explains why I have not seen them.
I'm so remarkably happy they got picked up
Yeah.
by Yahoo of
Yeah.
all goddamn people.
Yahoo Screen, and it's free, so
Nice.
watch Community for free.
I think it's also on Hulu.
No, it's just on Yahoo Screen.
Was it? Well, on the Yahoo, if you go to the Yahoo Screen website, there's the Hulu bar on it.
They might have it a week. Hulu might have it a week later.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And probably only Hulu Plus because, they're bastards like that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I've gotten a decent amount of stuff on Hulu without having Hulu Plus.
Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff, but not, all the things that one would want to watch.
You don't get the Miramax Criterion Collection.
It's true.
Dude, the Criterion Collection's awesome.
It is.
It's very good.
I never took part of it when I had Hulu Plus.
It's so good.
I didn't either.
Is it because you don't actually like watching anything that is well thought out and well done?
I hate all movies. No, I only watch the Kurosawa films.
He only okay.
They're in the Criterion
They
Collection.
are.
That's all I used
all
Hulu
of
Plus
Kurosawa's.
for, was to watch Kurosawa films.
Unless there's
They
unless
are
there's subtitles.
amazing
Tim's not
movies to put me to sleep. I used to watch them all the time.
That's what I use Ken
because
Burns
samurai
for.
movies are about 3 hours long, and they have about 14 minutes worth of plot.
Ken Burns did an episode of Community.
No, they did a...
They
No,
did
Ken Burns did an episode of Community.
Oh my god, he did that
actually
episode?
did.
That was him. Yeah, that was him.
It's amazing.
Oh my god, I
The
thought they were
pillow-
just doing it in
So
his style.
awesome.
No, that was him. I'm relatively... No, that was Keith David. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was
It was in
gonna
his
say.
style,
Yeah,
but
it
that
was
was
in
Keith
his
David.
style.
Yeah,
I
And
take
then
it
at the
back.
very end, Jeff was just like, weren't you in the Cape?
Just the 6 seasons.
6 seasons in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take it back. These headphones are terrible.
I told you.
Yeah. They are. That's why they were $10. Hey, you volunteered for them.
Did. It's terrible.
You yell at me for being like, oh, you can't tell it's 1080 from across the room. You can absolutely tell it's 1080 from across the room.
I think it's kind of hilarious.
I am like you and your audio quality is me to my video quality.
Yeah.
I'm used to watching everything on a 23-inch screen,
Yeah.
so that's right in front of my face. So
We dug out one of Sean's. Sean had an old monitor lying around that only did 480i.
ooh,
And it was yeah, and it only had like HD component.
Oh,
And like they took it off the mount because he's going to keep the mount. And Nader handed it to me. I was like, "Get this peasantry out of my face! Just usher this away right now."
I think it's kind of hilarious. Our 13-year-old nephew also thinks he can tell the difference on, a screen that's, 17 inches big. He can tell the difference between 1080p and anything else, like as if it,
he's probably going off of the ratios then.
No, he's not. He's not. He just
He's just-
he just thinks he knows because he's 13. and-
So welcome to
Oh.
episode 35 of Chaotic Neutral.
Oh, 13-year-olds.
yes, teenagers.
I am your host as always, EJ. Joining me is Lynch,
Yo, yo, yo.
Eric,
Hey,
and Christy,
Hello.
and possibly Rory in the background. Exactly.
he said hi.
He said hi.
Yeah, he did. But now what is it? 4K?
4K.
4K is the new standard.
Yep.
There are two kinds of 4K, which annoys the hell out of me.
There's what, the 38?
There's here, let me take it up.
Yeah, there's...
I know I can tell you after working at a store that did audio and video components, every person there was saying bullshit about the 4K. They were like, yeah, this is bullshit. Like there's no one has any real like equipment to be able to handle something like that to speak of. Unless you are a multi-millionaire, you cannot take advantage of it.
$5,000 on like a 19-inch TV.
Right. I mean, it's equivalent to, having like the Samsung curved screen TV that they make a huge big deal out.
$9,000.
Yeah.
I want one. I want 3.
They're terrible though. Like even on the commercial, they're like, you can see it from all these angles and everyone is like, a foot to the right or left of where the guy at the middle is sitting. Like you can't see anything from the sides. Like you have to be directly in front of it.
Well, I'm gonna run. I want to run 6 of them on a dual Titan X rig, which is the best. It's the top of the line $1,000 video card. So which each one needs its own power plant.
Weren't you going to duel those?
I was gonna duel them.
Yeah, you were.
Are you
2
going to
of
have all? What you should do is you should get all the curved screen ones and make enough of them to make a complete ring around you.
Ooh, like in a Fahrenheit 451.
Yeah.
Have
Well, only
4
that's
walls.
4 walls.
Well,
This
if I
would be
have
a ring.
3,
So no walls.
It would be 3. So the 3 would be the complete like 170 degrees that like my field, like the human field of vision can encompass.
So you want an XMAX or IMAX like for yourself?
for myself for playing video games.
Yes, for his
For
computer.
one game and one game only.
You and Sean are going to have a Cold War when it comes to...
No, we're going to have
and that's
Tech.
Tetris, right?
yes, Tetris.
Okay. It should be seen in IMAX.
I want to play Pong on that. I gotta say,
Did you see the
Pong
trailer?
on IMAX is.
Did you see the trailer for Pixels?
Yes, it looks awful.
It
looks terrible.
I like Peter Dinklage in it, and that's it.
Yeah.
It could be funny if Adam Sandler was in the lead.
Well, it could be funny if Adam Sandler wasn't lead and Kevin James wasn't in it at all.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I like some Adam Sandler.
But Peter Dinklage.
Adam
Dinklage.
Sandler
And they-
kind of redeemed himself with his not funny movies, like the ones that weren't intended to be funny. He had a few that were, because he had a few that were not funny, but they were trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And then he had a few that were like he was playing dramatic roles, and some of those were incredible. So he really did redeem himself with that. But yeah, Kevin James, there's nothing.
There's no
redeeming him.
No. Here Comes the Boom wasn't bad, but
Paul Blart Mall Cop. Let's be
yeah,
serious.
Let's be serious.
Awful.
The first one or the second one?
I forgot they made a second one.
Either.
Yes.
And they got what's his face, Iwatani.
The guy who created
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man. Yeah, that was probably the funniest bit in the movie too.
That was
They just
the
showed
funniest bit in
goddamn
the trailer.
It was
Yeah.
probably the funniest part of the movie.
The only problem I had with it was he was not speaking to Pac-Man in Japanese.
That would have been way better.
That would have been perfect.
But not suited for American audiences.
No, well,
No one in America knows that Pac-Man was Japanese. Come on.
they should have.
No
Paku
one
Paku?
knows that.
Paku-Man.
Right.
Puckman.
Puckman.
Puckman, yes.
But they really should have had him speak in Japanese to it would have made it funnier.
It would have. I agree. But only to a very niche audience, I would say. And when you make movies, you don't make them for niche audiences very often. If you are putting Kevin
when you
James,
do-
if you're putting Kevin
you're
James
putting Kevin
in the
James-
movie,
yeah.
it's not for a niche audience.
It really feels like they're trying to mash up Scott Pilgrim and This Is the End and trying to make it Wreck-It Ralph.
That actually makes perfect sense.
That actually sounds really
And
awesome.
while
too.
ripping off that one.
Trying to.
Trying to.
okay.
We'll
Trying
show you
to.
the trailer when we're done.
Okay.
And trying to rip off that one Futurama episode.
You see it and you're like, this could be good if it wasn't an Adam Sandler movie. But
because
it is.
they're blatantly ripping off that one Futurama episode where the old 8-bit
yeah.
Yeah.
video games come back and
We got
attack
Donkey
Earth.
Kong and Space Invaders.
Yeah,
are
the concept
attacking
is like all the shit that we've been beaming into space. Someone picked up the signal and took it as a hostile act. So they took all of like the data from like the video game shit that went up there and came back at us with it. So there's like Space Invader ships blowing shit up.
They
Giant
were
Pac-Man
playing.
is destroying all of New York.
They were playing.
There was a Donkey Kong.
There was a centipede.
Yeah, it looks the concept is
thankfully
nice.
not a human centipede. That would be a
I hate
different
you.
movie.
Now, the redeeming quality would be if they added some of like the more obscure games into it.
Although Human Centipede starring Adam Sandler and Kevin James wouldn't be so bad.
It would be a decisive improvement on their acting. At least one
Can
of
we
them.
add add one more into that human centipede?
Who?
Melissa McCarthy.
Nope.
No.
Just to make it a human centipede of awful.
As long as it's her head at the front. Because
No, 'cause-
honestly, out of the three of them, I like her the best.
I hate her.
Oh, she's been
We
some really
like
good.
awkward comedy.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're awful people then.
Why are you at our house right now? You've met us.
Because I'm also an awful person.
Okay,
So
well then,
He just hates awkward comedy.
the hell
It's-
is wrong
it's
with you?
wor- it's
How
the
do you like
worst.
Community? Community is full of awkward comedy.
But it's geek awkward comedy.
Okay.
It's something I can relate to. The awkward comedy Melissa McCarthy in is just awkward.
Oh, you haven't
Awkward comedy
seen
is
Gilmore
awkward.
Girls.
That's brilliant. I've never.
That was the best thing she's been in, I think.
Gilmore Girls was amazing.
She was also in this really kick-ass movie called The Nines that is really confusing but really, really good.
I don't like it.
It's one of those sort of head fuck movies. It's really good.
I mean, that all-female Ghostbusters is going to be terrible, but...
Yeah, I'm not unless it has Annie Potts in it. I hope Annie Potts is in it.
No.
I had the biggest crush on her when I was, a kid, and Ghostbusters came
I
out.
was all about Sigourney Weaver.
I thought, I didn't really care about Sigourney Weaver. I liked geeky girls from a very young age. And
Yeah.
Sigourney
It was all
Weaver
about that
was
flat
not
top.
It's all about that flat.
It's all about that.
It
flat
is all
top.
about the flat top. Yeah. No, I liked her. I liked her glasses back then. Even she had nowadays they'd be hipster glasses.
They are absolutely hipster glasses.
But that was she was hipster before hipsters were hipsters. So
I don't
She was
even
a
think
proto-
hipsters are hipsters.
She was a proto hipster.
yeah, she was. Yeah.
Yeah, now they're talking about doing the male spin-off, like the all-male Ghostbusters afterwards. And it's all going to be a shared universe
All male ghosts.
with like Channing Tatum.
All the Ghostbusters were male.
I know, but they're trying to differentiate it from like the women one, which is still going to be terrible. For the record, it's not because they're all women that's going to be terrible. It's because it's a shitty cast and a shitty director.
With a terrible director.
Yeah.
And
I, on the other hand, am psyched for it.
It's going to be so bad.
Psyched
That's
for
because
it.
you're a girl.
It has nothing to do with my vagina. It has to do with the fact that I like all of them as actresses.
Oh, I don't know who.
The only one
Kristen
I like.
Wiig is the only good
Yeah.
one in that cast.
The only one I like is Kristen Wiig.
Yeah,
Why not
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Shaw? Come on, that would be a great.
Aisha
great-
Tyler.
Aisha Tyler, Kristen
Alison
Shaw,
Brie.
Alison Brie. Yeah, that would be an amazing.
But
Ghostbusters.
instead, you get the same cast that he's had in every single all-women cast movie he's ever had, ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's basically Bridesmaids with proton packs.
oh God, that's
That's what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's exactly what it's going to be. Because it's not going to be about busting ghosts. It's about the conflict between the characters. That's what he literally said in his interview for the plot. It's like the interaction between two of the cast
It's
are
Kristen
on the
Wiig,
outs,
Kristen,
and that is
yeah.
an integral part of the story.
I think it's Kristen Wiig and the other one
And
from
Mo-
SNL.
well, the conflict
No,
between the
it's-
characters.
Melissa
wasn't-
McCarthy's a subway worker
It's Lindsay
who stumbles upon like the ghosts to begin with.
Yeah, and it's
It's terrible.
her Kristen Wiig and Lindsay what's her
I'll look it up.
face's
She actually
character.
Yeah. I don't mind her that
cast
much either.
characters that I have no idea who they are because I haven't watched SNL in 10 years.
Yeah,
Ah,
it's because it hasn't been good in 10 years. Yeah.
The only time
hasn't
I-
been good in 15 years.
The only times I watch SNL lately are when JT's on.
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's really good on it.
I just wanted to
is
make
the-
sure
JT is the man.
he is awesome. I honestly,
If he was in a goddamn Ghostbusters movie, that'd be fucking awesome.
it would be.
I'm not opposed to Channing Tatum.
I'm not. He was good in 21 Jump Street. He was good in the 5 minutes he was in G.I. Joe 2. He was terrible in G.I. Joe 1, but he's not
He was
terrible.
fantastic in what is it, the White House Down?
Yeah. I think he's going to be good as Gambit
Yeah.
because he's actually from New Orleans.
Yeah. As long as you can get that Creole accent.
Yeah, I don't know.
Considering that he had to go to a
voice.
voice coach to learn to not have that Creole accent, I think
Put the
we'll be
Creole
fine.
accent back on.
Oh,
Yeah. No, yeah, he's from New Orleans. He had to work with like a voice
Excuse me,
coach
excuse
to
me.
take it off for movies.
Knowledge.
Just because you're from there doesn't mean you have that accent, though.
It's true.
I've known plenty of people that grew up
Yes,
in New Orleans,
but
and
he had to
had
like
nothing like that.
I said, like he had to work with a voice coach to get rid of the accent for movies.
Well, you don't go into movies and not work with a voice coach, though, unless you're Adam Sandler, who always does the same voice and character essentially. For,
he doesn't care anymore.
Jim Carrey, he although I guess the last he started working with a voice coach, which is why he became when he started doing like cartoons and stuff because they realized he couldn't.
The
just
only
be
thing
himself
that
all
I'm
the time.
happy like that could be good for the other Ghostbusters movie with all the men is that the Russo brothers are involved in directing,
Really?
and they're awesome because Captain America 2 was
Winter Soldier was
Fucking
fantastic.
amazing.
I just watched it again the other night.
So
I love
good.
that movie. It's so good.
that, and they've done so much on Community, and they're doing they're doing Captain America 3 and the next Avengers movies after 2.
Wow.
You haven't seen
Interesting.
Captain America 2, have you?
I haven't seen.
You should absolutely see that movie.
The last Marvel movie I saw really was an old X-Men movie. It was like X-Men 2 or something.
So you haven't seen any of the Marvel movies?
I've seen nothing.
Oh,
to
you're
speak
missing
of.
out.
I've not seen any Avengers. I've not seen any Captain America.
You are
Thor.
missing the fuck out.
like
Captain
anything.
America 2 was a tremendous political thriller.
Yeah. It's
Like,
it's
it-
one of
it-
those movies where if you took out the whole superhuman aspect, it would have been a fantastic movie regardless.
This is the best way. You've seen like the Tom Clancy movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The best way I can
Who
describe
hasn't?
Captain America 2 is a Tom Clancy movie with helicarriers. A good Tom Clancy movie with hella characters. Or, yeah, it's fantastic. Plus, Robert Redford's in it. It makes everything better.
I did not know that. I didn't know that Robert Redford had that superpower.
He does.
Okay.
Robert Redford's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of comics, fuck you, Jim Parsons.
Oh.
Why?
He wants to be the Riddler.
Yeah, he has expressed interest that he wants to play the Riddler.
He's wrong.
Right, so he can play another non-gay version of himself.
I saw a pretty hilarious interview with him on Jimmy Fallon, though. That was he's apparently in some Broadway show called An Act of God.
I've heard of it.
And he basically the whole premise of the thing is God has come down from heaven and taken over the body of Jim Parsons because it's the only way as God he can actually talk to the world. Is, to take over someone's body and book a show on Broadway and all this because no one will listen to God when he goes into any random other dude's body. So this way, it would be someone that, people will show up to. So he basically was able to just say, oh yeah, I don't have any part in this whatsoever. And, he just stepped out of himself to do this and has no accountability for the things that he says as God. And it honestly sounds pretty awesome.
The concept sounds cool, but Jim Parsons.
Well, he's not being Jim Parsons, though. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's maybe.
Is he being not Jim Parsons, or is he actually not being Jim Parsons?
My deal with Jim Parsons is he's very good in the one role that he does.
Yeah.
I've never seen him act outside of it.
From what I hear, he's actually really good in other roles. It's just he's been so put in a box from that role that's people assume that's him.
But I saw him host SNL, and every single thing he did.
It was probably
That was the SNL writers.
That was probably the
SNL
writers
writers.
and Laurie going, you need to act like
you.
Act like what everyone expects of you.
But the parts that weren't
people aren't watching
Sheldon,
you for you.
yeah.
They're watching you because of Sheldon.
But
be Sheldon.
But there are a couple of bits that were not Sheldon-like characters, and he tried to play them, and it just didn't really come off as.
It looked like Sheldon trying to play those characters.
Yeah, it's.
Maybe they wrote it that way intentionally, though. Honestly, you never know.
If
it's not like SNL is good.
If I thought that he could surprise, no, you're right. If I thought that he could surprise us and be a good Riddler, I'd be cool with it. I don't think he can. Though.
Maybe he can. I don't know.
I'd like to see the guy playing the Riddler on Gotham.
That guy.
Yeah.
You know who I'd like to see as Riddler is Ewan McGregor.
That would be awesome.
Ewan McGregor, yeah, I could be on board with Ewan.
David Tennant would also make a good Riddler, but he's already.
I'm on board with anything that Ewan McGregor does.
He's locked in with Marvel now.
You're also on board with anything David Tennant does. I know this to be a fact.
Totally true, but Ewan McGregor trumps David Tennant.
Really? That
He
is
does.
surprising to me.
They're both Scottish.
I know, but
I was about to say, is it because he's Scottish? But then I realized they're both Scottish.
Yeah,
But
I'm just
but
surprised
Ewan
because I
McGregor
know
did
my
Shallow
wife.
Grave, and David Tennant didn't,
That's true.
and that is one fantastic
Ewan
movie.
McGregor's Obi-Wan Kenobi. And
I hate you.
David Tennant is David Tennant's the Doctor.
Yeah,
Your new
Shallow Grave.
empire?
This room echoes a lot more now.
It does. There's no things in
You
it.
need to
There's no
baffle these
things.
walls up.
With things and such.
Yeah. We'll just put some eggshell foam all over every wall in the room.
God.
I know
Well, that involves
that's what
taking
you
down
wanted.
more wallpaper.
That's what you want to know. Well,
Well, not if you staple gun it to the wall.
the wallpaper's not a problem. That's not the issue. She would like that covered up, just not by eggshell foam, I'm guessing.
I've lived in music studios for pretty much my adult life until
It wouldn't be a music
studio, though. They're disconcerting.
It'd just be an eggshell
it's
foam
even
coated
worse
room.
if it's not
it's
like
for the courtesy of the neighbors.
Yeah, there you go.
the neighbors can't hear anything. We have thick
But
walls.
now we can hear them.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes
We've heard it before. And now we're going to be even more courteous to the neighbors. Think of it as karma points.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I think you guys are onto something
I don't
there.
think that's how karma
We're all
works.
just going to have to just
That's what I was told. in the
tear her
pamphlet.
down about this. We need to stay on her about the eggshell foam.
God.
Definitely.
Eggshell.
You just get woken up by a staple gun. We're just stapling packing foam to the walls. Don't mind us.
One of us. One of us.
No way in. No way
You can
out.
take down every piece of drywall that has wallpaper on it. You can put eggshell behind it and then put new drywall up.
That defeats the purpose of what we're talking about. You would be better off to put
It would take away the
styrofoam up.
aesthetic.
Well, the whole point of the eggshell foam is actually the crazy angles because
You know-
sound
Oh,
waves
yeah, you're right.
No,
bounce.
you know what we
That's the
could
point.
do is just start staple gunning pool noodles to the wall in odd shapes.
That's a good idea. That would
You
also
could have a
work.
Mainly in the shapes of penises.
I was just about to say you could just have a giant pool noodle dick on the side of the wall.
Many poodle noodle dicks.
almost
Sometimes
hard to
going
say.
into vaginas.
Pool noodle dicks is kind of that would be a good tongue twister. Say that 5
Pool
times.
noodle penis.
No, yeah, pool noodle dicks. I think is a little bit harder to say 5 times fast.
Go.
No.
Damn it.
You're not putting pool noodle penises on our wall.
Oh man. Speaking of dicks, you can tell somebody to literally eat a bag of dicks now.
I saw that. They're because Eric doesn't go on the internet.
No.
Oh, you don't have Facebook, so you have no idea of half the shit we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know how you can glitter bomb people online now?
Uh-huh.
Now you can send people little bags of gummy dicks,
Oh wow.
and it's just on the bag. It just says like eat a bag of dicks.
Okay. Do they have baby dicks also?
Well,
'Cause
they're
bags
tiny
of baby
dicks.
dicks
They're
are.
tiny
They're tiny.
dicks.
They're little
Oh,
dicks.
okay. So
They're
they are
tiny
baby
little-
dicks.
They're like
Gummy
gummy
dicks.
bears, except
Yeah.
dicks.
They're baby dicks.
Okay. Cool.
Rory's over there reading his book out loud to us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It doesn't
enthralling.
involve baby dicks, so no one on the
It
internet
should.
cares.
Yeah, no one. Yeah, no baby dicks. No baby dicks on this podcast,
Except in gummy form.
except in gummy form. We can have those whenever we get in office. Just put those in a little dish
For our guests.
for our guests.
Political office.
Yes.
Get in
We're gonna
office?
be- we're gonna-
get an office.
An office.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you said get in office.
No,
I was
we're collectively going to be the governor of Pennsylvania.
Oh my god.
We will be the solutions party.
Yeah.
A little bit of this solution, a little bit of that solution.
Roads have potholes. Make your cars fly. We don't give a shit.
I like that.
Hoverboards for everyone.
I like it. Techno progressive. Yes.
Repulsor technology.
it's coming.
How fun, the way they're 3D printing now. God damn.
Dude, that was fucking awesome. There's a thing, and we'll put it in the link dump. This company found a way to 3D print things out of a pool of molten plastic, so you can just pull it out in its form instead of like cutting away from a block like previous.
Or pushing,
Light hardens it.
Yeah.
Yeah, light hardens it.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
or putting it down layer by layer.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So it would be more precise, and it looks like it's based on T-1000 Terminator.
that's what they were. That's
Yeah.
what the development team was inspired by.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Skynet is coming.
It's been here. It's called Google.
Google's building Skynet even more. As you see, they're launching drones over like third world countries, so the drones can provide internet coverage for everyone there.
Ah.
They're going to be
They're
solar
Solar
powered,
powered too.
solar powered, no maintenance drones.
I'll say,
that
and
just-
my nice is in air quotes, by the way. Say nice.
Nice.
Because as much as I like internet and the free provision of such,
we don't need Skynet.
yeah, we don't really need Skynet. And
There's
then
already a company named Cyberdyne out there.
there is, yes. It's
Go figure, they're in Japan.
Hasn't there been a company called Skynet out there too?
no, Skynet isn't a company; it's a thing.
Yeah.
But somebody called their company that.
Cyberdyne made
It might be.
Skynet.
It's
I might be gullible.
It's also
You probably are gullible.
I
written
did
on-
hear
it's
about
written-
this
it's
new
written on
product
the
that
ceiling.
Google has called Google Ultron. NASA
Google
uses
Ultron is, I'm the one that told you about it.
I know,
NASA is very excited about unveiling it. Do you guys know about
It's the
Google
It's
Ultron?
the browser
tell.
they use.
Yeah, Google Ultron. It has
Is it
so
voiced by
much amazing
is it
stuff.
voiced by James Spader?
No, this is a really like top secret browser that only IT professionals know about. Apparently, it will be provided in the link dump as well because much laughs will be had by all.
I'll have to search it.
It's powered by Adobe Reader.
Yes.
And
Well, at least it's Adobe and not Java. Because you don't need Oracle
you
asking
can
you every 3
download
seconds.
You can download more RAM through it.
yes.
It looks like Google Chrome, but it's really Ultron. No one can tell. And
Instead of Google, it uses Ask.
yes, it's the first one with an Ask bar, and it works in zero
It's
gravity.
made to function in zero gravity. The Russians are still just going to use a pencil.
Is it compatible with DHMO, though?
though. Probably. No, this is exactly the type of thing that would be compatible with DHMO. That shit is getting everywhere. We need to stop it.
It also
Although California's running out of DHMO.
They are. They're in the middle of a DHMO shortage, so I think they're going to be the safest people in the country.
I'm playing with shell game with our beers here.
it also bypasses all workplace restrictions on porn and gambling. So make
now-
sure that you go out and Google.
So what you're saying is that we have
download
a new browser for the office.
Yes.
Google Ultron.
Excellent.
Age of Google.
Yes.
If they could do that, if they could have a Siri that was voiced by James Spader as Ultron, that would be the greatest fucking thing in the world.
Every time you ask it a question, there are no strings
There are
on
no-
me.
The only answer is extinction. They got Cortana coming for the Microsoft.
Who's Samuel L. Jackson doing that voice?
No.
No. That would be great. I would love to hear
James
Samuel. I would. Oh, really?
James Spader's Ultron.
he's
I thought
actually-
I showed you the trailer for that.
No.
Oh, I'm showing that to you when we're done too.
Okay.
He's amazing.
I would just love to hear Samuel L. Jackson as like a GPS voice.
Oh, that'd be
know
fantastic.
you can get-
bitch.
I want Jeremy Clarkson as a GPS voice.
I know you can get one of the guys from Monty Python as your GPS.
Oh my God, John Cleese. I assume
I think it was John Cleese.
it would
but
almost have to be John.
A friend of mine
Cleese.
has Stephen Fry.
oh my god, that would be amazing. Oh, I would almost want to get like that device just for that.
I think she has a TomTom.
Yeah, because it's one of them that has like a ton of voices you can choose from.
I think it was TomTom.
But I have a cell phone and a tablet, so it seems kind of dumb to get a TomTom, but I could have John Cleese talking to me all the time,
Yeah.
or Stephen Fry.
I just want Clarkson, who was just like, "You're going the wrong way."
More speed!
And then he gets suspended.
Then he punches you, and then your TomTom punches you in the face.
Yeah.
Good times. Safe
I
driving.
hope they get that sorted soon because they're not.
Because we need more Top Gear.
We do need more Top Gear because May and Hammond refused to shoot without him.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
What happened?
Solidarity.
Clarkson got suspended because he punched his producer in the face.
I guess it was kind of bound to happen.
And
after like 20 years.
he was on his last straw at BBC as it was.
It's not like they've treated them like perfectly.
Yeah, but it's the
through-
most watched program on the planet.
I know it is,
Is it
but it's not
really?
like yeah, it is.
Wow. I didn't
Except
realize
in
there were so many
Argentina.
gearheads
Except in
on
Argentina.
the planet Earth.
It's
You don't
not
need to
about
give a-
being
you
a
don't
gearhead.
need to give a
That
shit
show
about
is
cars to love that show. Well,
hilarious.
It's true. It's true.
I will never drive in like almost any of those cars. I don't care. That show is funny. I just never let EJ watch it when he's ever here because it's kind of fun to watch him be like, fine.
I do get sad. I get my Eeyore on. Like, okay. Hi, bird. But yeah, I think he called his producer.
A little girl?
No, he called him like a useless Irish piece of shit or something like that, or some other ethnic comment towards his Irish heritage, and then punched him in the mouth. And then he was the one who called BBC and told him he did it. Because BBC gave him one more chance because they were like, if you say one more offensive thing, you're going to get fired. But he did. To be fair, he didn't say an offensive thing. He just punched his producer.
And it's Clarkson, so he's going to say offensive things. People are going to say offensive things.
No press is bad press, and the BBC doesn't know that, apparently.
And like the other incidents, and I've watched a lot of Top Gear, and they're saying that like how he made like some derogatory comments towards
Mexico?
ethnicities,
The
and I'm
Mexico
like,
thing?
the Mexico thing.
I thought that
there's
was
no-
Hammond that did that.
That was Hammond, but it was there was a couple of other incidents that they mentioned, and I was like, what? I don't ever remember him like ever like saying anything remotely offensive.
Your
except towards,
filter for that is a little off.
it is a little off, but it's also one of those.
pretty off.
It's also one of those things where a lot of times I pick up on it and go be like, that's probably insensitive towards somebody.
Well,
but it's still funny to me.
You hear so many offensive things and say so many offensive
On a
things
weekly
on
basis.
the regular,
Yeah.
that
On a
it's,
daily-
on
weekly-
a
on
daily,
an
hourly basis. That I think it's like when you smell something in the room and you after
Stop
a little
smelling
while
it
you
for a
just
while?
stop
Yeah.
smelling it until you leave the room and then come back. He can't leave his head. I mean, well, not without a few more beers anyway. And some whiskey.
few more beers and it comes out of my mouth.
True.
I don't even
Leaves
need a
your
few.
head though.
The only way he can leave his it can leave his head is if he's,
A lobotomy.
yeah.
I'm surprised at the speed in which I drank this beer.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Is it good, by the way?
Or she could have it first.
We are drinking
No.
Elysian...
I think it's fantastic. That's Elysian Avatar
God.
Jasmine IPA.
Oh wait, the aftertaste
Alright,
is amazing.
It is.
That first taste in your mouth is terrible.
Well, it's actually got jasmine
I
pulp in it.
hate
So-
jasmine.
Oh, well then you should have read the label before you fucking drank it.
Did read the label. I just wanted to know.
So that drink I came up
Jasmine is
with,
a bit overwhelming.
the Joaquin's pomegranate raspberry and Code Red,
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm going to call that ambrosia.
Of course you are.
It's delicious.
What? First off,
Joaquin's pomegranate raspberry
Basically,
vodka.
it's...
Why?
and
Why do you have a
Code Red.
hard J? I'm still caught on that.
Because there's a J in it, and I don't give a shit about pronunciation.
Okay. Okay.
What is it, Joaquin's?
Yes, it's Joaquin.
Phoenix?
Yeah.
His brother's dead.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fucking maybe.
So,
Maybe the vodka will OD on Coke. I'm-
My God.
But it's Joaquin's raspberry pomegranate vodka and Code Red.
It doesn't necessarily need to be that. It could just be pomegranate raspberry
Code
vodka.
Red is still a thing?
Yeah, Code Red's still a thing. They brought it back.
But the
Oh,
pomegranate
oh my God.
raspberry vodka and Code Red is very good.
They're bringing back Surge.
why?
Are you serious?
I'm serious. They're bringing
We're
back
gonna have
Surge.
to
Are they
create
bringing
a
back
beverage for
Crystal Pepsi, too?
They are not. Nor
They
are
did.
they bringing
They
back
did
Zima.
for like 6
but
months.
Wait, what?
They did for like
Where
6
was
months.
I?
Who the fuck knows?
I was addicted
probably
to Crystal
raising
Pepsi
probably
when it was
raising a
out.
child.
Probably. It could happen.
It's-
Sometimes it does happen. What are you looking at?
Something
no
under
idea.
construction. I see the little,
But yeah.
Oh, yeah, that one was a giant 42-player Civilization game breaks down, may never finish.
Oh, man.
boy.
Jesus Christ.
Google Ultron. Powered by NASA.
I will.
No, it's powered by Adobe Reader. It's NASA uses it though.
NASA
Yes.
uses it.
Yeah.
I
At least it's not powered by fucking goddamn Java.
In the link dump, I will also include the 41-day journal of the IT person who made it up. It is well worth.
And she uses
reading
IT
every-
in the loosest sense
I
possible.
do. It's pretty much hilarious.
He actually only installed Adobe Reader and Internet Explorer on people's computers. And
You need to install Internet Explorer on people's computers?
Don't give it away.
No, you're right. Actually, he didn't install
Bleep it.
Internet
Just bleep
Explorer.
that.
Just bleep that.
Just
yes.
bleep it.
Did
the
you hear?
jungle out
Did you hear?
there.
Internet Explorer is finally going to shut down, though.
No, it's not
But
going to.
they're-
No, it's
it's
not
getting-
going to get shut down.
it's getting rebranded.
It's going to get rebranded, and they're not going to.
No, they're closing it down because it takes that long to shut it down. Okay.
No, they're coming
They
out
have
with
to
a,
control alt delete life to get that fucker to close
Exactly.
they're coming out with a new browser. Quote marks around.
out. Oh, Windows is releasing Windows 10 for free.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Any user
Any user, both then they were specific when saying if you have a legitimate
Any-
or illegitimate license, you can
Any
you can
user
upgrade to Windows 10 for free.
of Windows 7 or
Wait,
or,
are you
or
sure this
higher?
isn't just an extension
No.
of his vaccinate the world policy?
Nope.
This might be
Anyone-
just Bill Gates trying to commit
Anyone
global
Bill
extermination.
Gates, Bill Gates doesn't run the company anymore. He hasn't for like 10
okay.
years.
Well, okay. Because, I mean, like, he was in Africa talking about, like, forced sterilization
But anyone
and forced vaccination
yeah.
of people and, like, to kill off, part of
anyone
the
with a
planet.
copy of Windows 7 or 8, whether it's legitimate or not,
Wow.
can upgrade to 10 for free.
What about 9?
I
Was
can
there a
put-
window? Was
There
No.
wasn't a Windows 9.
There was not a Windows 9.
I can put it on my.
that makes sense for
They
Microsoft
probably
somehow.
they probably actually finally beta tested a version and went, "Hey, this is just like ME all over again."
Or they just decided to call ME a numbered one, and they're just like, oh, I guess that makes this 110.
ME was terrible.
ME was fucking
ME was
atrocious.
terrible.
I ran on ME for longer than I'd care to admit.
I ran, yeah, same here, and mine was 2 weeks.
As somebody
That's longer
who
than you care to admit?
Yeah, 2 weeks before I was like, no, I'd rather go back to 98 SE.
I found a laptop that's still loaded with Windows 95.
Wow.
It might be 92
I
actually.
have Windows
3.
8.
Nostalgia.
Here, the computer actually has a trackball in it.
Oh my god.
I have a trackball computer.
X or get the fuck out.
Can you play Zork on it? That's what I want to know.
Sure.
Okay.
He doesn't know what it is.
I know what
Before-
Zork is.
It's
you
before his
fucking-
time, youngin.
God, that's right. You're
Kids
young.
these
I'm
days.
God
young.
damn it.
Kids and their iPods.
Talk to me like I'm a 17.
There's only
Fuck you.
There are 2 people under this roof right now that are under 30.
There are 3 people? Or wait,
2
how old are you?
There are
2
2 people.
Okay, there are 2 people.
Yeah. It's me and your kid.
Yeah.
And he's much more. The 1-year-old is so much more well behaved than you, EJ.
I've never tried to hide that fact.
Okay.
Well, that's because you haven't introduced the 1-year-old to beer yet.
He's got to be 4 at least.
He did just eat a sugar-packed thing.
Yes.
He's
You
teaching
can
himself
tell,
how to
but-
read.
He is teaching himself
He
how to read
has
right
been
now.
reading the whole
I
time.
taught
I
myself
wonder-
how to read.
I wonder how many people went out to Rita's yesterday.
Mom said that there was a line,
Of course there was.
There was a
Yeah.
line around the block, and it was snowing fucking cats and dogs.
It was. Yesterday, yesterday was also
Wait,
the biggest
snowing penguins
Hang
and
on.
polar bears.
Before we continue, Rita's
Well, penguins, polar bears are
going away.
going away.
Yeah, it's fine.
Rita's is
they're
this
too endangered to
magical place that has what we call water ice, which sounds stupid to
Some
you
might even-
guys,
some
but
might
we're
even-
all used to it.
Some might even call it water ice.
Anyone? Yeah.
For the rest of the country, it's Italian ice.
or
Except Italian ice is tighter packed.
or
Anyway, so
slushies. It's slushies if you're not. If you're like from the Midwest, it's a slushie.
Unless if you go to the Rita's in King of Prussia that's open year round, so it doesn't really fucking.
Nobody knows what King
So-
of Prussia is outside of this general area.
Seriously,
There-
when I moved to this area, people
That's
were,
not
I
true.
was like, I saw a sign
not
for
true at all.
Yeah,
it's the
Really?
second largest mall in America.
it is.
And it's
I've
only
never-
the second largest mall because the Mall of America has a roller coaster.
Right, which ups
I-
the
King
square
King of Prussia,
feet, right?
No, the King of Prussia Mall has actually more retail square footage than Mall
When
of
I
America.
Wow.
when I moved to this area, I saw
That makes me sick. Hang on.
when I moved to this area, I saw a sign for King of Prussia, and I was just like, "There's a town called King of Prussia? The fuck is this? Where did I move to?" And I don't get it.
Welcome to Southeast Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so Rita's has this stuff that is perfectly flavored. They have basically liquid Swedish fish. I mean, there's really
No, not basically. It is actually
it is liquid
Swedish
Swedish fish.
They also have liquid Starburst strawberry flavor, which is downright amazing.
and I get texts to my
Not
phone
downright
whenever they
fierce?
make juicy pear.
No.
Do you really?
Yes, I do.
Oh my
I
god.
don't really.
I got
my
one
pants-
at 2:24 today, and that is why I went back out with my mom.
I drop an egg in my pants when they have the green apple flavor.
Have you had the juicy
Ooh.
pear? It's
Juicy pear's amazing.
I just stick to chocolate.
it tastes
Ew.
like pears.
I don't like that
it's-
Because you're boring.
Yeah.
You are boring.
It's like chocolate.
You're boring. You
The
have a
pear
boring
is amazing.
beard.
I have a boring beard.
Not. I don't know.
It catches a lot of food though.
It does.
I
It's
need-
like
I
a
need more
it's like
beer.
a fucking sand trap.
It's a bib.
It is
can
It's a
you
bib that
grab-
you can't take off.
It's not. It is. Well, I do.
Other
It
people
just
need more
requires a
beers.
procedure. I will take another one too because I've killed this.
Okay.
This was a big bottle.
Yes.
I drank
already-
this in the time that it took you to drink a regular bottle of beer.
Well, I'm drinking Golden Monkey, so
Yeah, Golden
What's
Monkeys.
that on this? 6.3
So
Golden Monkey's what 11?
ABV.
it's
10, 10, 10, 5.
0.5.
9.5.
It's 9.5. I thought it was 10.
I thought it was higher than that.
Yeah.
It's still, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was like 10.5.
Two beers,
we
you're
need
drunk.
to bring high res out because the 6-point high res is 11.5. And dear mother of God,
Have you guys had the the one from Dogfish Head that's 18%?
No.
what the hell is that called?
Amazing.
It's not 120
Oh my
minute.
god, it is.
I'm gonna look it up.
120 minute. It's 120 minute, and
Oh,
it's,
the
120 minutes, 18.
it's 18,
Is it?
and it is like sludge when you drink it.
The highest I've had was
It's
the
so delicious.
Mephistopheles from
Yeah, it's
I forget.
15, I think.
14.5, I think.
Okay.
But it's a wine beer.
I drink a lot of barley wine,
Tool man.
like a
Tim the Tool Man Lynch.
They actually they discontinued 120 minute like years ago.
No, they brought it back.
Really?
Oh, they
like,
did bring it back. Well,
like years ago because
I
it's
thought
been
they
here the entire
discontinued.
time I've been here.
well, that's just surplus, I think.
No.
Because I thought they brewed it and
No, they brewed it.
I thought they just brewed it
haven't
to
had it
prove
in
that they
years.
could.
Yeah, and isn't
I
like,
haven't been able to find it.
We had
in
it like
years.
2 summers
Is it
ago.
120 minute like
No, we
a
were
$200 case?
Something like that. It's expensive as shit.
Yeah. Because they brewed it in
Maybe-
such
maybe
small
it was 3 years.
batches.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just stopped. I'm looking it up.
No, I know they
Yeah, I
have
don't-
it. We had it a couple of years back.
Yeah. We did.
Well, most places don't even carry it because it's like $200 a case.
Of course,
so.
she lives.
It
in
is-
she lives in Wilmington, which is
Well, yeah,
pretty
we
close
got
to
it
the brewery.
at Total Wine.
Okay, so like $150 a case.
Availability limited.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But
AB
Total
it says
Wine,
ABV 15 to 20.
it was as much as a 6-pack to buy one.
Yeah.
I remember that,
Yeah.
and it got me hammered.
Because it's 120 minute. It's a 120 minute IPA.
Yeah. It's I don't know what that means exactly, except like
That's the
sludgy.
brand.
It's a triple.
It's a triple, and it's 18% alcohol.
Yeah.
And that is a beautiful thing.
There's
so
30
tasty.
minute, or
There's
60 minute,
60,
90 minute,
90,
and then 120.
120.
120 I thought was discontinued.
I would like to go to Dogfish Head.
I would love to go to Dogfish Head. Who
I
wants to
hear
go?
the food's amazing too.
Yeah, so do I.
but
I want the taxidermied squirrel.
Yeah, I do.
There's
okay.
a beer.
I
There's a beer
posted
that
a
has
thing.
a
there.
taxidermy squirrel head on it.
No,
No,
that's the bottle is a taxidermy squirrel.
Bottle is nice.
Well, no, it's they stuffed the bottle into a taxidermied
I
squirrel.
got it. I've
It is
seen
the
it. I just-
it is the highest rated APV beer on the planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have looked into all of the highest.
Yeah, that's been around for a while. We've been talking about getting because like one bottle is
$750.
So
yeah.
so it's PETA's worst nightmare.
Fuck.
You drink it on
Fuck 'em.
Peter's lawn, you're just giving them the giant middle finger.
Yeah.
Terrorists.
Terrorism.
The end of history is the name
Thanks
of the
for
beer.
putting us
end of
back on
history.
another watch. Well, thank you. Well, actually, thank you for putting us back on another watch list. That's our viewer base.
Yes, yes.
55% APV.
The NSA and the and Langley are
Hi,
viewer
Mr.
base.
CIA agent. I'm glad you're listening.
Be entertained at work.
Have you actually checked the IP addresses to see who?
There was one place that was just like you.
Just comma.
There was one there. You see on the geographical location. I'll show you. Where it's just like Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, USA,
Maryland.
USA, comma USA, and then it just kept listing states after that.
It's just comma USA.
Wow, I love that place. That's my favorite city. and state.
So
in the
so
US.
thank you, secret intelligence agencies for listening to us.
Sarah Vowell, on one of her books about presidential assassinations, starts off in her introduction to it acknowledging the CIA agent or the FBI agent who has to read it and thanking him for his time.
Well, now we're thanking the secret intelligence agencies for listening to our podcast.
And if we had a smart TV, we would give our nod to them as well. Because
The phone's out.
apparently-
The phone's out and has Facebook on it. So thank you, NSA.
It's true.
Oh yeah, I have Messenger on my tablet and my phone. So
Well, even with just the Facebook app, it still has all the same applications as the Messenger app.
Unless you disable your microphone, like most people who care about their personal security.
Nah, I just didn't upgrade my Facebook app, so fuck them.
Ah.
It's probably why it crashes
I
all the
like
time.
tranny stuff, so give me more tranny ads.
did that ever work for you when we were like talking into your phone?
Yeah, I think it did. Like, I actually got some. Like, there was like one ad that I got that was prevalent to it, and it was like,
Okay.
I don't remember what it was, but it was just one of those things where like, hey, we talked about that yesterday. Thanks for the ad.
Because I remember we talked into your phone for like 20 minutes and we told it really terrible things. Or we talked about really delicious things. I forget which one.
I got
Probably
something.
both.
I think I got one ad that was pertaining to it for one thing, but that could have just been circumstance.
It's possible. I mean, they do that. They do it that way, so you can't really tell. Although with Christie, it was a very significant change.
Very obvious.
Because my last job was working in the new age industry, and so I would have the cell phone with me because they were calling me all the time, the people that I work with, and I would be editing the audio files of these new age speakers talking about positivity and and all this.
Positive energy.
Yeah, all this stuff, right? And she has no interest in any of this jazz. And then sorry, Jazz, I apologize.
See, jazz is good.
The Autobot or DJ Jazzy Jeff?
both.
Okay.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yes. And so I was using her cell phone to talk to my employers and having it sitting next to me while I'm editing and people talking about crystal energy and blah, 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 blah. And so after maybe 2 weeks of this happening, she started getting ads for becoming a life coach. That's what it was. Becoming a life coach and as other new age novelties like that, which pretty much confirmed our suspicions that yes, Facebook is in fact spying on you and listening to the things that you say.
Well, it already reads your cookies, so.
Well, it does, right? But I'm saying, like, these cookies were not in her cell phone. I sure as hell didn't look up any of these people's stuff on the cell phone. Like, I saved that for my work computer, and that was it. And so she started getting ads on her Facebook feed. About like becoming a life coach and all this stuff. And so it was very clear at that point that yes, in fact, the app does listen to you. And
if people didn't already realize that, if anybody didn't already realize that, you're delusional.
Right. This is actually right after that change had been made. She didn't realize that they had updated their.
As soon as I installed the Facebook app on the phone, I was like, there's a chance that at some point that they're going to be listening to me.
Well, this was actually right when they brought that update out.
It's not even before that. This was like as soon like even way before that. It's like I understood that like Facebook's probably going to start ad targeting me through like they'll turn the microphone on the computer because I watch a lot of Person of Interest and.
I need to catch up on that so bad.
I haven't. I need to catch up on it too. I've only watched the first couple episodes in the new season, but it's really good.
I'm way further behind you.
It's a lot of the Big Brother stuff.
Nice.
And it's fantastic. It's written written by Jonathan Nolan, or he's the executive producer.
But it's a lot of that Big Brother stuff where there's now at the point in the series there are 2 AIs going to war.
Oh wow, interesting.
Yeah,
it was kind of like the Sarah Connor Chronicles.
Okay.
Because at the end of the Sarah Connor, it was very good. Did you watch? You didn't watch it.
I didn't. I watched the first season, but I didn't keep up on with it because it was in the death slot.
It was, but by the end of the Sarah Connor Chronicles, it was revealed that the AI that they thought was going to be Skynet that was sent back from the future was a good AI sent back to fight the bad one. And the T-1000 that was played by
spoilers, man. Don't tell.
Oh yeah, 10-year-old show. Fuck off. Who was what's her name? No, Shirley Manson.
From Garbage.
From Garbage. She was a T-1000 in that show.
Really?
And she was working for the. I think she was. It's been a while. She was good. She was working for the good AI.
Les Resistants.
Yeah. The human resistance sent back an AI to fight Skynet before it took hold.
Interesting.
It was really good. And the way the show ended is such a fucking middle finger to everyone because it's just such a goddamn cliffhanger and no one's ever going to resolve it.
Same thing with Almost Human.
Yeah.
There's another really good AI-based show.
Oh, I forgot that was
It was so good.
All right. I just went from having a very tasty beer to Golden Monkey.
Golden Monkey is delicious. What are you talking about?
You're wrong.
It's as close to barley wine as you can get without.
Yeah, that's why
wine.
It's not tasty.
Barley wine's amazing.
I've gotten more used to Golden Monkey.
I've gotten more used to it. I'm still not 100%.
You just don't have good taste, man. You like jasmine, not exotic spices.
I hated.
Shut the fuck up.
I hated Golden Monkey for a very, very long time.
So did I.
The first time, my very first experience with Golden Monkey was when I was out at the bar and I ordered a Storm King. And I got handed a Golden Monkey.
Oh,
there's a giant difference between those two things.
I went into it expecting a Storm King.
Gotcha.
I went into it expecting a porter and got a Golden Monkey.
Yeah, that's like it's like
Golden Monkey,
ordering an iced tea and they hand you a Dr. Pepper and you're like,
oh, it's a triple. That's why.
Yeah, it's I hated it for years.
I just generally don't like triples.
Oh, this is amazing.
Enjoy by February 4th, 2018.
All right. It's well within its freshness period then. I'm surprised it's that long for their freshness.
By 8:03 p.m. There's a timestamp.
That's very specific.
Well, that's because there's so much alcohol in it.
Yeah.
It'll never go bad.
Oh, right.
According to the Surgeon General, women should not drink alcoholic beverages during pregnancy because of the risk of birth defects. Consumption
And
of
awesome babies.
Consumption of alcoholic beverages impairs your ability to drive a car or operate machinery, may cause health problems.
Maybe you should have that disclaimer on every podcast here.
The
thought we
Surgeon
did.
General says you can't, but every single OBGYN, like ever, will tell you to have a beer if you want a beer.
I don't think ever.
A
One
beer.
beer. A
Correct.
beer.
A beer.
a beer.
A beer.
Yeah, no.
And that's
don't
only
get
in
drunk.
the third trimester.
Yes.
No, it's true, all of them, but only like once in a while.
Don't get sloshed.
Do not get sloshed.
Don't
And
get-
not every day.
Don't get pissed.
Don't have one every day or anything like that.
They
Don't go on a
Say
raging
if it's
And a
low
glass of red
APV.
wine.
It's one a day. It's the
If it's low
antioxidants.
APV.
It's red wine or like Guinness,
yeah.
which are the same thing.
Red wine and Guinness are the same thing.
Same health benefits.
Oh, okay.
It's the
I
antioxidants.
say I'm pretty sure they're not the same thing.
Yeah,
but,
Guinness is better.
no.
Guinness is much better.
It's because it's
No,
full.
I disagreed.
It's because it's full of nitrogen.
Guinness is terrible.
You are so
You are so
beyond
wrong.
Guinness is like the worst stout.
How dare you?
No.
It's horrible.
There are much
There are better
stouts out
stouts
there.
than Guinness.
You
but
you realize why they send Guinness out to the rest of the world, right? It's like Corona for Mexico. It's terrible Mexican beer. They ship it out to Americans. because
Corona's
Americans
bottled
don't know.
Corona's bottled in Colorado.
Well, now it used to be bottled in Mexico. It used to be sold as an import. Now it's not.
Well, that's because Mexico kept on chopping up people's heads off.
And putting it in the beer.
In the
Well,
beer.
that made the beer tasty.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Come on, a little bit of murder and cocaine.
A little bit of habanero.
Murder, cocaine, and habanero makes everything better. From
I
what
still need
hear.
to try that habanero beer.
Dude, the only place I know that has it anymore is Kildare.
I've had
I'll be out
habanero
tomorrow
beer, and
night.
it
Come out.
was very tasty. I had it
Don't-
out in New Mexico, though.
Don't ever drink Chipotle beer.
Oh, it's so gross.
That sounds terrible.
Sounds
Rogue makes
awful.
Chipotle beer. It would be
Rogue
amazing.
has a sriracha stout out right now. And I almost want to buy it just to taste it. Just to know what the
I
fuck.
want-
It's a stout.
I want
Just to
barbecue
know what
with
the
it
fuck
if
it
I'm
I
tastes
don't
doing
mind stouts. I just hate Guinness.
That's you're allowed to be wrong.
I would imagine if I was in
I'm-
Ireland where they have a different Guinness, it would probably be
Yeah,
better.
like the actual brewed Guinness
Yeah.
where you go to the...
Go to
Or where
Dublin.
it's not about it being brewed right. It's about being poured right.
No, it's also
apparently.
it's poured right and freshness, like
Yes.
fresh Guinness from.
Well, no, actually, I hear that they have a very specific,
fuck
like
you.
in Ireland,
No,
they have a
no, get that away
specific
from me.
Guinness that they only serve in Ireland.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's not about it being
wonderful.
poured right or being fresh. It's about it being specific to Ireland.
Yeah,
Like it's it would be like
it's because to seal it up in the kegs for international shipping, it takes away like the amount of time it sits.
right,
takes away from it a little bit.
right.
I mean, running it through a nitro will only do so much.
Oh, what are we looking at? That one guy who lost like 270 pounds.
Yeah, it's that guy.
Oh, I just thought he had gynecomastia. I
no,
was confused.
he just has
He has-
he
he has-
lost a fuck ton of weight within like
in a very short amount of time.
yeah.
In
totally-
in an unhealthy
It
amount.
was like
of
6
time.
months,
He
wasn't it?
totally is a Johnny Bravo hairdo too.
He does.
It's kind of awesome,
All right, we're all watching.
awesome and terrible at the same time.
But,
it's in an unhealthy amount of weight to lose in an unhealthy amount of time.
But the beer you were talking
God.
the,
Ugh,
the
yeah.
beer you were talking about it was Ballast Point Sculpin Habanero.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
I would have found it bland. I ate a habanero. I eat
I'm not sure you
habaneros.
will. You might not find it bland. You'll probably like it.
Yeah, I'll probably find it tasty
Because
because I find habaneros tasty.
I like
I will
it.
eat a whole habanero. Just
Have you ever
eat
had
it.
a ghost pepper?
I want to.
We're working on it. Believe me, we're working on it.
If I had known that like 4 months ago.
Yeah,
because V once tried to serve me a ghost pepper, but it was really a habanero because it didn't burn like a ghost pepper. It just was like I ate it and it was like
Did you ever edit that?
I had
It's
I
in
had
my
a guy
drive
that I was
somewhere.
at my last job. I had a guy I was working with that was like he grew all of his own peppers. Like he had a garden, but it was all peppers. And this guy was he was insane. He would make like he would have burritos with like no meat, no anything except pretty much peppers and a little bit of cheese. And he gave us a whole bunch of ghost peppers. And I took just the tiniest, and I eat hot stuff. I mean, I eat like, it's not like I have, an American palate for foods entirely, and I took just a sliver of it and went, "Oh my god!" And like there was it was painful.
I eat habaneros.
So I
as
actually
snacks.
took it next door to the Ecuadorians, and they were over
they were
over the moon
psyched.
about it.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my god, where did you get these?"
Because
Said I had to kill a couple people. You know?
V got hers from a home grower as well, but I think they got
you
them
can't
mixed
buy
up.
them. So
Yeah, I think that they got them mixed up because it looked and tasted like a habanero.
I'm sure it was.
So
was a
I'm going to
habanero,
send
so,
out a warning to all the women, maybe men out there too. If you're ever cutting up Thai hot peppers for an at-home Thai
Don't
meal,
go at it.
Quit being sexist, Christy.
don't
Maybe, man.
pee without washing your hands.
Oh, yeah.
I made that mistake and screamed.
Yeah,
That's been the warning. That's like the warning even with jalapenos.
Oh my god, I've never known pain like that down there. That's
That says a lot. 'Cause
You
you felt
clearly
a lot
never
of pain down
you
there.
clearly never partied with the right people.
Oh yeah.
oh, I did.
she definitely did. She's.
No,
I assume she's felt a lot of pain.
You clearly
down there.
haven't partied with the wrong kind of people.
Done that too. Thai hot peppers, man, was the worst. Interesting. Not really.
Yeah. But I definitely need to get my hands on ghost peppers.
We're trying to work. We're working on getting you Carolina Reapers.
Yeah, I need Carolina Reapers
Nick. Fuck you. That's why.
Color of frozen.
because my mouth can take it. I'll
Yeah.
fucking eat that shit.
It'll be taped.
We'll get it on video
It will be recorded and it will be posted.
for posterity's sake.
For what will
Will?
we?
Carolina
we get him
Reapers.
eating a Carolina Reaper.
Oh, okay.
The hottest pepper on the planet.
No, scorpion peppers are the hottest.
No.
pepper on the
No.
planet. What?
It was
It
the
was-
ghost pepper.
it was the ghost pepper.
It was the scorpion pepper, then the ghost pepper, and then the Carolina Reaper.
I had been told that the scorpion was even worse. Look, that was why the guy only gave me one. Oh, it wasn't even a ghost pepper. It was a scorpion pepper that I took the sliver of.
Yeah.
Because that was like, oh god.
Yeah, but the Carolina Reaper
Like
is
it made my tongue blister.
When you
It was
look
so
at
hot.
when you look at the Scoville scale, I said that right. When you look at that, the Scoville scale. Scoville.
Yeah, Scoville scale. The ghost pepper is coming in on average about 1.2 million Scoville units.
I thought it was 1.5 to 2.
What?
No, it's averaging about 1.1, 1.2 for averaging. And then the ghost pepper is over 2 million Scoville.
Wow.
It's the
Who is this Scoville guy that was so lucky as to have the units of
hotness.
hot hotness
pepper,
named
yeah.
after him?
It's ridiculous.
All right, here it is.
And to
No,
give
no, you were wrong. It's the 855,000 to 2.1 million is the Trinidad
God.
Scorpion, the Naga Viper Pepper, the Infinity Chili, the Naga Morich, the Boot Jaluka, which is the ghost pepper. Trinidad Scorpion Butch Tea Pepper. 2.2
What are
million
they
is the
putting in our water?
2 point.
No,
Yeah,
it's not in
Eric,
our water. It's in our air, man.
Eric.
Apparently, according to this news. Sorry, go ahead.
2.2 million is the Carolina Reaper.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I don't know what the Scoville scale is, so that doesn't really hold much meaning to me.
It's a unit of measurement of the spice in a pepper.
Yeah, before Chipotle is like 3,500. Where's the
Jalapenos.
Capsaicin is 16 million.
no
The pure capsaicin. Pure capsaicin. Like undiluted, pure
Chemicals,
100% capsaicin.
chemicals? Capsate is 16,000.
Yeah.
Right. Capsaicin is 16
Oh,
million.
16
Capsaicin
There it is,
is
there it is.
just
Yeah.
if you just have nothing but pure
That's the
100% pure capsaicin, that is 16 million Scoville.
So apparently, according to this, I'm sure, highly trustworthy article, chemtrails. I don't know if you guys know what chemtrails are.
we all do.
We all
Just
know.
just Google bullshit on the internet and
Right.
you find it. Like number 3 on
Chemtrails
the
are
list.
being used to chemically infect men with homosexuality because it's spreading at an alarming rate. The CDC, I guess, is now in charge of determining who is gay. They report that for every 100 men, 5 are full out gay. Full out gay, not full on gay. Full out gay. But even more startling, for every 100 men,
Well, that
43 are
that does not include
secretly
Nader.
or agnostic gay. I didn't know
Agnostic
agnostic was
gay?
a thing.
What?
Agnostic gay is apparently
Does
a
that
thing.
mean they believe in it, but they don't like they don't specifically like RuPaul or some shit like that.
No,
They don't have. There's no
agnostic
actually.
doesn't
Like,
mean-
there's no concrete definition of the gay.
Ag-
they just
ag- agnostic
accept
gay.
that there it may be a gay out
They
there.
believe in gay, but they don't like Elton John.
Yeah. I mean, gays. I guess gay could be a thing, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
I'd have to die to
maybe
figure
I
out
am.
if
Maybe
gay,
I'm not.
if gay is a thing or not.
Right. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not gay. I don't know.
I need to go Carradine on myself before I don't know what gay is.
Oh.
Too soon, dude. Seriously.
Fuck him.
How dare you?
He stole
Kung Fu, man.
He stole it from Bruce Lee.
Stole what from Bruce Lee?
Kung Fu.
Bruce Lee didn't do Kung Fu.
He came up with the idea.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did.
No.
I don't think Bruce Lee invented Kung Fu.
You are
no.
absolutely
No.
Taking
wrong.
your Asian card.
For the TV show Kung Fu.
Oh.
I thought
Oh, I'm gonna look that up right now. I was really concerned for your well-being for like
I
five
thought
fucking seconds.
I thought Bruce Lee
Bruce Lee did not invent Kung Fu.
No,
I'm sure.
I thought Bruce Lee came up with the idea for the TV show Kung Fu. And then the network execs
I was
stole
gonna say Bruce Lee did Wing Chun.
it
Wang
from
Chung?
Wait, no, Wing Chun.
Oh, Wing Chun. Okay.
Stole
that
it
makes
from-
much more sense.
stole it from Bruce. The network. He pitched it to the network execs, and the network execs stole it from him, and then gave it to.
That's not
David
Carradine's
Carradine.
fault then. That's the network executive's
Yeah.
fault.
I'll still blame it on Carradine.
That's wrong.
Blame it on America. Don't blame it on David Carradine. Because that was obviously an American TV
I'll blame it
network
on
thing.
him because
He took the money.
autoerotic asphyxiation.
Himself.
There's nothing wrong with that. That you have to do autoerotic asphyxiation to yourself, EJ. That's what the auto is about. Otherwise, it's just erotic
No, he said
asphyxiation,
yeah.
which is what I'm doing right now to Tim.
It's what what's her Cheryl.
Actually,
From
no,
Archer.
he wasn't fapping, so no, it wasn't. It wasn't even
Wait.
erotic. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we got it.
Oh.
Oh man, my 1-year-old was watching that. That's
It was hidden by the
Cheryl.
table in the laptop.
Are you okay?
Oh.
What? What did you do? Oh,
what did you do? Inside joke.
no, I got it. It took a second.
Damn it.
I don't know what you did.
Here, I'll,
Yeah, you had.
Oh. Yeah. Cut that out.
Oh. So I met a little boy.
Great segue there.
we hit it off.
And we're back on form.
Who
We're getting married in Connecticut in 18 years.
Just go to the south. It's 13. Or is that only for girls?
I don't know.
go state to state. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So-
we could have gone to Japan, but they just it has to be what 16 now.
Oh. Shit, Arkansas is 13.
Yeah, but
dude.
Japan has the 5-year marriage contract, which is fucking brilliant.
What is it?
It's a 5-year marriage contract.
Oh, wow.
You are only legally bound to that person for 5 years.
Oh, I thought you meant you had to stay with them for 5 years. I was like, that
You
sounds
do.
terrible.
You can get divorced before then, but the marriage certificate expires as opposed to like ours.
That is brilliant.
It is
But
brilliant.
what? Okay, and then it was Japan.
Like, we are legally bound together forever. Like, we, you know.
Yeah.
But it was Japan,
Or at
who,
least
like,
18 years.
in what 2008. It was 2008. They finally banned kiddie porn.
Japan's
Aw.
fucking weird. Shut the fuck up.
I'm all for not.
We're just
censorship.
kidding, CIA.
Just kidding, CIA. Yes. No.
Well, we're talking about Japan, so it's not America.
That's true.
America for life.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at a kit for kids that are like 8 years old to build their first computer.
Oh, that's cool.
I keep seeing Kano, and I just can I can only
Mortal
think
Kombat?
I can
Looks
think of
super
Mortal
neat.
Kombat.
That's why they named it that. I'm sure.
It looks
As
pretty.
if 8-year-old kids know what Mortal Kombat is.
The
Well,
kid
Mortal
was
Kombat's still
having
going strong.
problems
Is
with
it?
Mortal Kombat 10
connecting
comes
it.
out in like a month. Sorry.
The kid was having problems connecting it, so I got him a monitor at the rummage sale that I was working at. But he was psyched about it. And when I told him that I've been building computers since I was like roughly his age, he suddenly looked at me like, instead of the like crazy lady who had her shirt on inside out, which
You are.
by the way, I was, as like somebody to actually talk to about computers. So he would not shut up for like the next 15 minutes while his sisters went around and like.
Was he
looked at
talking about the new
books.
Mac that he wants to buy?
He was not. He was talking about building his own computer
He was talking.
and programming it. He was
He was
awesome.
talking about all the components he was going to buy on Newegg.
Yes.
And that's fine.
and he was going to program it in Linux because
Looks like
the
you
quadratic
don't program
equation was
you
eaten
don't
by someone
program
on
in
Linux.
Windows or OS
No.
X.
You
When
no,
you're an
you
8-year-old
program
kid.
in QDOS.
Right.
Unix.
You program ones and
I mean,
zeros.
he was doing a Linux based computer though. I'm sure.
Yeah.
How old was
I
he?
don't know what it is.
8.
He was about 8.
Holy shit.
He was awesome. I had so much fun talking with him. It was amazing.
I had one of those buddies in my college. In college, one
I
of
was
my
programming
roommates.
for computers when I was 8, but it was in BASIC.
You have a lot to live up
In
to.
one of,
kid.
in one of my
Sits there poking a
my
fucking
my
sippy
floor
cup.
my floor at college, we had 50% of the kids on my floor were engineering students. Mechanical, electrical, or civic. There was one computer engineer
What
on there.
school was this?
engineering.
Rowan University.
Civic
Oh,
engineers
oh.
aren't engineers. No, I'm just teasing. It's
Okay.
actually
So,
brilliant stuff.
So half our floor were engineers, and the other half of our floor were business majors. So a good portion of our time was us, all the engineers sitting out in the common room, giving Algebra 2 lessons to the business majors. And of course, it's college, so we gave the business major kids lessons for beer. They'd buy us beer, and we'd teach them.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
hilarious.
But and we also had a since it was Rome, we had
You're not an engineer. Just because you're Asian doesn't make you an engineer.
But I went to school to be an engineer.
Oh, okay.
So I went to school for
Yeah, Eric.
I went to school for mechanical engineering.
Oh, I see.
Was that
So-
reverse racism?
It was.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
So,
reverse
like,
racism.
we'd
that was
have-
full on racism.
We also
sure.
had also had another bargaining system where if
reverse
they had,
racism would be like if black people ruled the world and then created the entire system to make everything hard for white people. That would be reverse racism.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that movie.
Yeah, it probably is a movie.
I don't fucking know.
So we also had
Anyway,
we had another barter system where if they had it because there was like that whole like diversity system, like you don't just take one engineering course.
Did it involve sexual favors?
Yes.
Oh, good.
But you don't just take one engineering course.
The business majors have to learn something, right?
So like with the engineering students, if you
How will they know what a fair price is for a hooker?
proper coke cutting.
you have to get into the ratios and integrals of the
The exact angle you have to hold a credit card at to
Yeah.
cut a good line.
It's important
Yeah.
stuff. Yes.
Well,
I mean, that's what college is for.
That's when you-
45 degree.
That's see, that's when you go to the chemical engineer to get all your properties down to see how much you can cut down.
I
What's
swear to
the-
God, everything I
Except
learned
the-
about chemistry, I learned from watching
Except
Breaking
the
Bad.
chemical engineers only know about research chemicals. They don't know anything about cocaine. Come on.
Oh, when back,
That's old
back,
hat, man.
Way back when I worked at the movie theater,
See, the chemical engineers can get the licenses to work with cocaine.
Ah, okay.
no,
I
yeah,
see what you're
Wait,
saying.
yeah, back when years
Not the
ago,
new licenses.
years
though.
ago when I used to work at the movie theater, this one girl and another manager were somehow we started talking about like meth, and she was like, "I'm a chemistry major. I could definitely cook meth with a little prop in my basement." And we were all just looking at it, just like, "Then why the fuck are you working here?
Right.
What are you doing?
It's hilarious.
It's not hard."
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we the like mechanical and the other engineers would do like the physics calculations for the computer engineers, and the computer engineers would do our computer engineering courses for us.
Nice.
It was a nice trade off.
Yeah, that's
Because
awesome.
why do I need to know how to program in C++ as a mechanical engineer?
I have no good answer for you.
I
on
don't
that.
either.
There's no like good answer for like why a mechanical engineer needs to know how to program.
You'll
So
have
you
a
don't know
computer
how to
guy to do
program?
that for you anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't know how to program, is what you're saying?
I know how to I took classes in how to I took the class in C++.
But you had someone else do all the work for
I
you.
figured some of it out. I know if-then statements.
Oh, okay.
And that's about all I know. And
I know if-then statements, and I haven't taken a programming course since it was in BASIC.
so
Second grade.
I don't and took Visual Basic and all that crap, but for the most part, what the fuck do I need to know about computer programming? I'll have the computer engineer to do all my fucking programming for me. I just need to know all the mechanical engineering aspects
Of the computer?
The bridge.
No, of whatever I need to whatever weapon systems I'm designing to blow up the bridge.
Oh, I see.
Because there was an old saying in our mechanical engineering group. It was civic engineers build the structures. Mechanical engineers figure out how to blow them up.
That's not inaccurate.
It's not. Except, yeah, it's not inaccurate. Never mind. It's not inaccurate.
And there was also the other and
Just never drive a van.
9/11 was an inside job.
Sorry, it's been discussed.
Well, we need to keep that viewership. We need to keep that viewership up.
Yeah, this is also the 9/11 joke hour, so buckle up.
Okay. There was also the other engineering saying.
Don't ever drive a van into the fucking sub garage level of the World Trade Center. It doesn't work.
4% of Americans believe in lizard people. That's a thing.
That's a terrifying, terrifying number.
4% of Americans believe lizard people rule the government.
Well, they just saw V and thought it was a documentary.
No. These are people, I'm sure, many of them younger than were
They
able
did the
to
remake
remember V.
a couple years
They
ago.
did do the remake. Yeah. Was it good?
all right. Parts of it were good. They rushed.
Did they eat any mice?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
but they rushed through like the first season in like 2 episodes.
They did a season in 2 episodes?
That like when you compare the original.
Oh, you
to
mean they condensed
original?
the
They
first season?
condensed it.
Oh.
Yeah. They condensed all like the big reveals from the original series. and
I
took an
totally
episode and a
forgot
half.
that was a thing.
I wonder
Yeah.
if Netflix has the original V.
It used to. I don't know if it does.
I watched V as well. That was pretty good.
Oh,
It was a good
no.
show.
No.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
doesn't?
No, I'm not watching that with you. No.
Oh,
man.
You should.
That show changed my life as a kid. Like, honestly.
I love
It
when
explains a
straight up
lot,
changed
but
my
I'm not
life.
watching it
Why?
because
Do you
I've
have a
read
problem
enough
with eating
about
mice?
it.
I love no. The original was actually really good science.
Are you a
fiction.
mouse
it was,
lover?
It was a very slow burning series, but I
It
remember.
was, but it was
Slow burning is
Freaking
why.
amazing.
I
actually.
remember when they did the original, or not the original, the new one, and they had the scene where like the alien.
you don't remember the original.
no,
I know
yeah.
for a fact.
I've seen it though. I remember when in the new one where the ship came out of the clouds over the cities and all the ships were hovering over the cities. Everyone on the internet was like, "Oh, they're ripping off Independence Day." I was like, "Oh my god,
Oh my god, shut up!
you fucking heathens!" Independence Day ripped off the original V.
Wow, Kanye West
then there was
really
the
put that Paul
re-release
McCartney
V.
guy on when he asked him
other
to do that song.
Apparently, the group that
How's that
said that
How's that Paul McCartney guy doing?
I'm sure he's going to be
Is he still
famous
blowing
now.
up?
I'm sure he's going to be famous.
Is he still
now.
blowing up?
Yeah,
So
definitely.
apparently the Kanye West camp has tried to backpedal with that statement, like, "Oh, it was a joke all along."
Yeah,
We know who Paul McCartney is. We were just making.
Actually, there were 3 people that said that, and it turned into a whole thing. Those 3 people probably were old enough to actually know who Paul McCartney
Wait,
was,
I thought
and they
that-
were trolling.
I thought the whole
And they were-
McCartney thing. I thought that was like just fans who were just like, "Oh, it's totally good." Those were actually people who worked with Kanye who tweeted that.
No, they were just
Oh.
old people that know who Paul McCartney is. They weren't like
I thought that all
15.
came from just like a bunch of people.
No,
like,
it was
who
people
who
trolling.
didn't know any better.
It
Who
was
were
people on Twitter trolling.
stupid.
And they it was people on Twitter trolling basically,
Christie
and
Ruff did a
and
thing.
it was people. Then people started retweeting it, and like people that were under.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. Kanye West and his fan base are retarded.
they are retarded.
Voice of a generation. My white Irish ass.
I mean, I gotta say, like as a producer, he's actually pretty good, but that's it. His first album
Bleep
was
that.
good.
Don't give him any credit.
no seriously. His first album was freaking good.
So was Nickelback's.
You totally just lost a lot of points.
I don't give a shit. The first Nickelback album was all right. Everything else was dog shit after
Oh wait,
that.
all right. No, I'm saying the first album of Kanye West was freaking good.
Oh no, I wouldn't
like
go that
as
far.
a producer, like that shit was good as hell. Like, and everything after that has been so subpar, and it has become a cult of personality around Kanye West. His first album musically was brilliant, though. Like, it really was.
Never say that phrase again. Cult of personality.
Why?
Tim has a deep hatred for that song.
I have a deep, deep hatred for that song.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I hate that song with an ever-burning passion of 1,000 bursting suns.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Fucking hate that song.
Vernon is outstanding.
Hate that song.
And it really makes me mad that W. Kamau Bell, his show, is not a thing anymore, because right towards the end, he actually had Vernon come in and be his like musical director for the show, and it was kick-ass. It was so good.
Hate.
You were
Absolute hate.
yeah. You're gonna lose this one. You're no.
I don't mind the song, so I got nothing against it.
I don't. I mean, I'm not like a huge fan.
Yeah,
of the
but
song.
also you got to
I'm a
realize
huge fan
you
of
also
Vernon.
have to realize that Tim hates everything.
I
does
just
hate
hate the
everything.
song. I absolutely hate the song.
The song is. I
I
mean,
have no problem with the guy. I hate the song.
have you just heard the song too many
child.
times?
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's the set, because I listen to a lot of MGK and a
Things are
lot
gonna
like the
get
whole
easier.
kill yourself or I will.
Wait, MGK.
1029.
I don't know.
The
Classic
old-
rock.
Classic rock.
Oh.
It's a
Oh,
the
oh,
radio
sorry.
is still a
Oh
thing.
God, I
Yeah,
feel
the
old now.
radio is still a thing.
Yeah, I feel.
I
old now.
felt old when REM was on MGK.
Yeah, Nirvana and Pearl Jam and grunge rock.
I
is
was
now
listening to
all
a station
over
that I
classic
thought was
rock.
MGK and it wasn't, and then Sum 41 came on. I was like, "What the fuck is going on right now?"
Wait, Sum 41 is considered classic
No, I
rock
thought
on-
it was on.
Oh.
I thought it was.
I was
MGK.
like, wait a second.
I was
just
really
got so much older.
I was really upset for 15 minutes because I was just like, "There's no way I'm that old. There's no way in hell that I am that old."
Yeah, that would be sad.
You take your Sugar Ray and you get the fuck out of here.
It is.
Sugar Ray is.
It is
Sugar.
in the
I'm pretty
90s.
sure Sugar Ray can qualify for AARP.
It was
at
the
this point.
90s.
90s were weird.
The 90s were in fact weird.
Like at this point, I would say they were weirder than the 80s, and the 80s were fucking stupid.
Well, the 80s were weird because of all the cocaine and sleep deprivation. That's really about it.
Yeah.
And
The 90s were just fucking
They're just bonkers.
weird. Yeah.
I equate the 90s. You know, the 90s came after the 80s, obviously.
That's how that works.
Sequentially.
Yeah.
And then, but
Math.
just as far as like culturally speaking, you know, the 80s, everybody was coked up beyond all belief.
They
And
were
then
still
the
coked up in the 90s.
The 90s was everyone coming down from that, much like the 70s. I mean, you've seen the color palettes of 70s stuff, you
Yeah.
know, with the weird greens and oranges and yellows.
And then the
also know
80s,
that
it was
I assume-
splash images everywhere.
I assume the 70s color schemes came about because everyone's coming down off of LSD from the 60s.
Well,
Yeah.
I think
No, that's accurate.
with the 90s, it was after the 80s, it was America rediscovering LSD.
And now in the teens, is it everyone coming down from the meth?
The 90s was America rediscovering LSD, actually.
Yeah.
What?
I can't hear what she's screaming from the other room.
You're yelling at people with headphones.
Yeah.
I think now in the teens, it's everyone coming down from meth from the aughts.
No, bath salts.
Oh, all right, bath salts.
Yes.
We're eating too many people.
We're eating lots of people. It was just unhealthy.
Yeah.
I don't have enough.
Fava beans. Have you watched that? You've watched that.
Yeah. The
Hannibal.
oh, so good.
I haven't
It's
seen Hannibal.
so
actually.
good.
I need to watch it.
I haven't seen Hannibal. Mads
Mads Mikkelsen is
I
fucking
actually
fantastic.
just started watching because Netflix has Bates Motel.
I've heard that's fantastic.
It's amazing.
I've heard it's really good.
It's really, really, really good. Yes.
Have you watched House of Cards yet?
I have not.
You get on it.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first season.
I've been told that
I've been meaning to watch
this movie, or the
second
show
and
So
third
good.
terribly.
It's so fucking good. So good.
I'm kind of interested in Alpha House.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's
know what
John
that is.
stars John Goodman. It's kind of it's like a
John
political.
Goodman. John Goodman's good.
He is.
Am I the only one around here who has not seen Alpha House?
No, I'm not. I haven't.
Alpha
either.
House? I haven't even heard of it till just now.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a political comedy sort
I was
of
also
thing.
making a play on the Big Lebowski, and John Goodman was in character in Big.
Oh, I've never seen The Big Lebowski in its entirety either.
You should see
get
it
out. Just
you
get
should
out.
see it at least once.
At least
Just
I've
get
seen
out.
Zoolander.
You have seen season
They're
Zoolander,
thinking
yes.
he's-
The
he
only
wants to
person
do a
that hasn't
Zoolander
seen
too.
Zoolander is our like 17-year-old niece.
Yeah, I was making fun of her. It's
Yeah,
funny.
And
yeah,
she
she
should.
has. Well, it was funny because she watched it and just didn't get it at all. It was all jokes that you apparently only get if you were around in the 90s.
They're making a second one. They announced Zoolander 2.
What?
Do you know how they announced it in Zoolander 2?
At what the Milan-
it was Luke Wilson. Oh no, Owen Wilson and
It wasn't Luke Wilson.
Ben Stiller went out to Milan for the Fashion Week and went out and walked the runway as their characters.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Yeah,
And then
I
they
just
announced Zoolander 2.
I just hope it's not. I mean, I guess if it's all, I didn't realize how dated the movie was.
Yeah, it is.
I haven't seen it in fucking years.
Like no
it's
one
really-
knows what keyboard ties are now.
Keyboard ties?
Right.
Oh right, no shit.
It's one of those things where
I had to reach.
Seriously.
No, I was there. No, I get the reference.
it's only funny if you remember like the 90s.
It's been that long that I had to think for a second.
Well, you were what, like 2 in the 90s or something?
No.
He was 3 at the start of the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was 3 or 4 at the start of the 90s.
Wow.
So he still had for most of the 90s he didn't have that memory ability.
I was 12 by 99.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, feel better about yourself.
Yeah. I don't feel much better about myself.
No, don't do that.
That just makes you only a few years younger than my son.
He was born roughly around the
Essentially.
time you graduated high school.
So old.
Speaking of Ben
Saved by the
Stiller,
Bell, is that how that was?
Speaking of Ben Stiller, did anybody watch oh god, what was that fucking movie?
I think I know what you're talking about.
The one where he's
The photographer?
yeah, he's the or not the photographer. He's like the assets manager for Life magazine.
Yes. Oh God.
The Secret Life of
Walter Mitty. Yeah.
Yes,
It's
actually,
so good.
I've heard good things.
it is so
it's
good.
really, really good. Yeah. Yeah. Christie's cousin actually was the art director for that movie.
I just saw
It's,
Whiplash.
it was fucking outstanding.
wonderful. It was such a wonderful movie.
Yeah. Yeah, Christie's cousin was the art
Yeah.
director for
Nice.
it. So
Oh, that's
like,
right. I
all the
forgot about that, yeah.
awesome stuff in that is largely due to him.
Yeah, I saw. Have you seen Whiplash?
I have not seen Whiplash.
You of all people need to see Whiplash.
Why does it involve conspiracies and stuff?
Music.
Oh.
It's very good.
Really?
It's very, very, very. I'll show you a trailer when we're done. No, actually, I have it on this computer. Give me a USB.
Apparently, my only 2 interests in the world are music and conspiracies. I didn't realize
It's
this
close
until just
enough.
now.
Oh, you need to give me these.
Give me a USB drive. I'll do it.
You mean my?
I
phone?
mean, I'll legitimately let you
bo-
borrow
Let
my.
me borrow the copy of your.
That's not officially
your-
released
your-
yet.
DVD?
DVD.
Yeah,
Disc.
DVD. Get that peasantry
Sorry,
bullshit out of
sorry.
here. My Blu-ray.
Your Blu-ray.
Your Blu-ray.
your film reel.
The Space Battleship Yamato live action is coming to Blu-ray. in
Is it?
America.
They did a live action?
Yeah. 2010.
How fucking? How? Didn't that
It's-
just come out?
No, it was 2010.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's so good.
The Attack on Titan trailer. You saw it.
Yeah.
They apparently made 2 because one comes out in August and one comes out in September.
What?
Yeah, they made 2. They made 2 Attack on Titan movies.
So America won't get it for another year after that because America doesn't get anything from Japan until it hits DVD
We still
in
haven't
Japan.
gotten Kenshin. my knowledge.
It only hit theaters in Japan this
2 years?
past fall.
No, I mean the first one.
The first one. Oh wow,
We still haven't gotten that either. Officially.
it's so good though.
It's really good. Not that we would know because there's no way we can legally acquire
Well,
it in this
no, there's legal ways to get in this country.
We're the only 2 people sitting at this table right now.
Yeah,
Let's have this.
but Space Battleship Yamato is so good.
Now, you've told me as much. I just
It's
haven't seen it yet.
So good. I need to find my copy of it.
I'm looking
Because
forward.
no, you can still buy. it. You just have to get the region specific
Yeah.
DVD.
I still. Did you pick up the Cowboy Bebop Blu-ray yet?
No, I need to.
You need monies.
Oh my
I forgot.
God.
Monies. I forgot that was out.
I love everything Cowboy Bebop.
It is the pinnacle of anime.
It is. It's the pinnacle of anime that happened in 1998.
And anyone who disagrees is wrong.
Yes.
I will stand with you on this one.
Yeah.
Anyone who disagrees with that is incorrect, and they should shut their fucking mouths.
Digimon Try.
I can't wait.
Digimon.
I thought it was a
Go
movie.
Monsters.
We talked about it for
No,
9
it's a
seconds last
series.
week because we all
It's a
got
series.
bulldozed by anger and alcohol.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, Digimon Try is
I'm looking forward to it.
starting up in, as of this recording, 14 days, I think.
Yeah. Nice. That
But-
and Eric, do you know Star Wars? Can you? Are you even on? No, you're not. There
I'm
you
not
are.
on. Do I know?
How well do you know?
I have heard of the Star Wars.
No, I mean, how well do you know the Star Wars
I
beyond the movies?
the Star Wars Beyond the Movies 0.
The EU.
I actually didn't give a flying fuck about the newest 3. I saw
That's
the
better.
first 3 in the theaters.
You're
because I'm that
better
old.
off
You're
for not
better
giving
off.
a fuck about
Because
the
I'm
first.
that old, but other than
better
that,
off.
I
There's
don't
one
give
thing
a
that you should watch though of the first 3.
The supercut.
The fan cut of the first 3 movies.
They
cut the first 3 movies into one movie.
It was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, it was watchable.
Really?
Yeah, it was quite good. They started the movie with the last fight from episode 1. They completely just dumped that entire movie out entirely. And then they just cut 2 and 3 together.
Yeah.
I think it was mostly from 3 they kept.
And they ended it perfectly. Because they ended it with the Vader mask coming down and the iconic
Yeah.
into credits.
And Rebels is also very good. We talked about this
Rebels is
many
so
times
good.
on the show.
But Rogue
Rebels-
One, I can't wait for Rogue One.
I can't wait.
I want
They
Rogue
announced-
One more than episode 7.
They announced the first spin-off because they're going to do episode 7 spin-off, episode 8 spin-off, episode 9 spin-off. There's basically going to be a new Star Wars
There's going to
movie
be
every
6
year starting next year.
There's going to be 6 new
Wow.
movies. What?
And the first in-between movie they said was going to be Rogue One. So if it's a Rogue Squadron movie,
Interesting.
if they give us basically Top Gun and Star Wars, I will be the happiest
Top
person.
Gun and Star Wars.
That's basically what it should be.
And
It's Rogue Squadron.
And they definitely concretely said that it's going to take place
After episode 7.
After episode 7.
Huh. Interesting. I don't recall
and
anyone
there's-
named Goose and Maverick in the Star Wars
It
franchise.
was Porkins and Wedge Antilles.
Porkins and Biggs.
Yeah.
But they did announce books for leading up to episode 7.
They go to the tie-ins. They're going to connecting.
They're going to do
Jedi.
at least a trilogy of books, and
Really?
there's going to be, I forget how many they said, but there's going to be like 16 books leading up to episode 7 that will connect episode
16?
episode
God
6
damn,
to
they're-
episode 7.
They're not even fucking holding back anymore.
I
But
sincerely hope they're written in the young adult style.
But it's going to
with
it's going
lots
to be
of
a
vampires and werewolves.
it's going to be a combination of books for adults and kids. It's going to be it's going to span the gamut of
Interesting.
they're just blanketing
media.
every age group they can.
But it's supposed to because episode 7 is taking place so far forward in the timeline.
Oh, no, it's replacing the Dark Empire saga. isn't it?
It's no
Essentially?
as far as I know, it's taking place so far forward in the timeline that they need time. They need these books and other media to connect.
30 years.
Yeah, 30 years. They need to connect 6 to 7, and
Well,
for the
yeah.
most part, the books are going to connect 6 to 7.
But wasn't the Dark Empire saga considered the episode 7, 8, 9?
The Heir to the Empire,
Heir to the Empire, yeah.
the Thrawn
The
trilogy.
Thrawn trilogy.
That's the fan. That's the fan feeling towards 7, 8, 9. It's the Thrawn trilogy is 7, 8, and 9
Yeah.
to us.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to all of it. Give a shit what they say.
I fucking love Star Wars. Oh my god, I love Star Wars.
Anyone who says that episode 7 looks bad needs to be killed.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
No, there's no pleasure. Just kill. Because 7 looks good. Like,
I left
it-
the room.
when I say looks good,
and
I
you were
mean
talking
literally
about
looks
Star
good.
Wars, and then he mentions autoerotic asphyxiation.
It's
So I'm
happened.
just really confused.
No,
We need to.
Is this part of the
D'Angelo them.
tie-in
Yeah.
or something?
No, I said anyone who said that the new Star Wars movie doesn't look good should just be killed.
Oh, by autoerotic.
He said that. I said no pleasure.
By-
Just kill them.
By supposed autoerotic asphyxiation.
Supposed,
Unprovable.
Right.
But
With a belt in
Two
the closet.
belt marks.
Yes, in
Yeah,
the closet.
No, they haven't given us much on story based on the one trailer, but it looks good. You know how I know how it looks good? They're shooting
props.
They're shooting on location, and there are props.
There are sets
It
and there are
automatically looks better than the prequel trilogy.
True.
They're not filming 90% of it in front of a green screen.
95%. Well, Episode 1 they shot.
You
on
really
location.
don't have to be that pedantic. There's not, as far as like the losing
I'll be as
credibility
pedantic as I want.
90% and 95% when you're talking about a movie like Star
Well,
Wars.
no, 90%. No, I said well because I think 90%'s well above what it should be. Because the first episode 1 they shot before. Yeah, episode 1 they shot before they green screened everything. They still shot on location at a couple spots.
Really?
They still used a puppet for Yoda, which looked like shit.
Because it wasn't Henson Studios.
It wasn't.
I
Henson who
didn't
did
see
it.
those actually. I just so I can only think of Meet the Feebles version
I'll
of
dig up.
Yoda.
I'll dig up my my Star Wars Blu-ray box
Have you
set.
seen Meet the Feebles?
No.
Oh my-
Maybe.
Oh my God! You guys
Maybe.
both need to see Meet the Feebles.
It doesn't sound like something
it's
I
like
need to
Muppet porn.
see. Still doesn't sound like something I
Avenue
need
Q?
to see.
Huh?
So like Avenue Q?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
What?
I don't know what
How?
Avenue.
I've never.
How?
I know what it is. I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
Do you know the song The Internet is for Porn?
Yes.
That's Avenue Q.
Oh,
the Broadway show?
The Broadway show.
Oh, okay. Yes.
The Internet is for Porn.
Right. No, Meet the Feebles was actually one of Peter Jackson's second movie.
One of his second movie?
No. I was going to say one of his first movies, but his first movie was Beautiful People. His second movie was Meet the Feebles. Not beautiful people. Beautiful creatures. Beautiful creatures.
Meet the Feebles.
Meet the Feebles was his second movie, and it's like
It sounds familiar. I don't think I've ever seen it.
it's very troubling. We'll just put it that way. And so you guys really should see it because you'll
PH or F?
Feebles. It's wow. All I can really compare it to
That looks like a nightmare.
is if it's like a nightmare. There's drug usage. There is sex between very grotesque puppets.
This very seriously looks like a goddamn like LSD induced nightmare.
Yes, it's very troubling, but you should really watch it because
That
it's
was wearing
hilarious.
garter belt. I'm done.
It's hilarious though.
X out of that.
It's hilarious.
Scrub that out of my brain later.
It's wearing
Scrub it out.
Don't. It was
Scrub it out of his
don't.
brain later
Well,
with his
you-
pants down. I'm sure.
You're saying that
It was a
wearing garter
giant
belt.
It was a giant Muppet kangaroo wearing a garter belt,
Have you not seen Miss Piggy? In anything.
adult sized.
Yes, this is like if the Muppets were made for like
Imagine
adults with
Snuffleupagus
really
wearing a
dirty
garter belt.
minds with really dirty minds.
I hit the table.
Tim, you really need to be watching this. Yeah, like it's going to be your new favorite movie.
It might be.
I'm disturbed.
No,
I'm
it can't be.
disturbed
It
beyond
can't
words.
be. Nothing can top knocking on heaven's door.
I was forced to watch
no, it
Meet
was
the
good.
Feebles the same night I was shown the movie Rejected by Don Hertzfeld for the first time,
Oh God.
which is a great movie.
Oh, it wasn't a movie. Wasn't it just a YouTube short?
Well, no,
It was like
wa-
15 minutes,
It was,
wasn't it?
no,
It-
there-
yeah,
that
it's
was
a-
one part of it. It was
Oh.
like an hour long.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of
I
shorts.
haven't seen
It's
the
like
full
all
one.
of his rejected shorts.
Oh, I haven't seen all of them then.
Oh my god!
He did.
Oh my
He did an
God,
intro to
so
The Simpsons,
Yes.
and it was weird as fuck.
It was weird as fuck. You
it's
should see.
Hertzfeld.
You should
Yeah.
see Rejected.
I've seen like the one YouTube, like the 10-minute YouTube thing. that was
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
there's
There's like
the-
an hour long.
I
Yeah, the
haven't seen
10
full-
the
I
10-minute one is like it's like only like 3 of his sketches that were rejected.
Yeah, it's really really good. And he actually has a new thing out too that we watched the other night. What I can't remember what the name of it is right offhand. Do you remember what the name of the Hertzfeld thing was, Christy?
We're professional here.
We're yelling from
We're
room
just
to
yelling
room.
room to room.
I had to leave it on. Just leave it on.
She can't hear me. Whatever.
Fuck it. We'll
Anyway,
do it live.
She's just
he has-
ignoring you.
We'll do it live 3 days before this gets released.
He has a new thing out about a person, I believe, in a mental institution, and their hallucinations and whatnot, and it's really good. It's also shorts though, but it really, really, really good, and it's not quite as random as Rejected was, which is very random. I'm a banana. My spoon is too big. Right.
My spoon is too big.
For the love of God, my anus is bleeding.
It was good. It's good. Everyone Google it.
Yes.
Linked them.
Look up.
Yeah.
My mouth is full of pretzel and chocolate.
Let me translate for Tim. My mouth is filled with dicks and dicks.
Yes.
Yes. There we go. There it goes.
What's Cinderella say when she gets to the ball?
I think you do that sound effect a little too knowledgeably.
Shut up. Don't reveal the time we've had together with your wife.
Okay. With my wife.
With his wife?
Well, our time together and revealing it with,
to my wife. I see.
to your wife.
I see. That makes more sense. I was like, that's a reveal to me if my wife is providing those,
No, I'm providing
is
it to her.
making you make those sounds. Like that's
She's
clear.
mouth pegging?
Yeah.
Oh. God damn it. I hate Apple TV.
Oh.
Did you? I don't even know what to do anymore.
You hate Apple
We're
TV.
getting close to time.
How
Getting
did that
close to
have
time. I'm waiting
anything
for
to do
Christie
with
to come back.
anything? She's not going to.
If she was bag ended on mouth pegging.
Yeah, right. Did you see that HBO Go is going to be the standalone service soon?
HBO Now.
The what service?
HBO Go.
The what service?
The
HBO Go.
standalone.
Standalone.
I know-
Oh, standalone.
The standalone
Yeah.
service.
With
It's
Yeah.
going to be
with the-
HBO.
I know what HBO Go is.
Yeah,
It's going to be
they're going to release the standalone version of that.
That-
It's called HBO Now.
Is it?
that's
I thought it was still
awesome.
HBO Go.
I think it was HBO Now.
Oh, well, either way.
That's awesome.
It
That
was,
is a
and
much
it
needed
starts
thing.
next month.
It's
But
about 5 months.
going-
It's
Apple-
about 2 years too late.
Apple has gotten 3-month exclusivity on it. at the
Starting in
jump,
April.
Wow.
Which basically they have season 5 of Game of Thrones, and then everyone
Apple
else can have
TV
it.
and iPods and iPads.
Yep.
There's
and
also
everything.
there.
Right.
It's Apple TV and browser.
Yeah.
I believe.
I mean,
So-
fuck Apple.
Ha,
So the-
you're gonna have to buy an iPad, EJ. Ha ha.
What?
No, it's there's some random.
How are you gonna
bullshit.
keep up on your Game of Thrones, dude?
I've read the books. I'm fine.
Can your
Completely
Windows
legal.
computer
No, because not because of the books, because they're changing the
They are
TV
changing
series.
it. This year they're changing
Changing
the
it
TV
how?
series. They haven't said that, but they said the people
it's all
are
puppets?
No, they said the people are going to die this year that aren't yet dead in the books.
Yeah, they're branching off
So
from
they're either-
from the books.
Oh, you mean it's not
Because
following the
they
book.
finally, I think HBO finally realized that they're going to finish the show before Martin finishes the fucking book series.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Martin can only release a book every 17 years,
Son of a bitch.
Wait.
unlike
What?
Brandon Sanderson, who can release a book every couple of years. Oh my God,
Oh, wait, wait.
you're not on.
Oh,
I turned her
didn't
off
know
when she
that.
walked away. The mic was pointed at the fucking playpen, so I turned it off.
Okay. I love Brandon Sanderson. I thought that I hated all fantasy novels, and Tim proved me wrong.
Until Brandon Sanderson came along with the Stormlight Archives.
There was that.
Oh my God, it's
the
so
new
good.
Cinder Spires gets released in September.
Yeah.
I'm super excited about that.
Armada, the new Ernest Cline book.
Yeah.
The guy who did Ready Player One, July.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Nice. Oh wow.
July 14th.
Ernest Cline.
Armada comes out.
It's interesting. Ready Player One, the identity that the guy changes his name to,
To Bryce Lynch.
Bryce Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bryce Lynch
Is a
is a
friend
friend
of
of is a friend of ours.
Oh, really?
The actual Bryce Lynch, who is a computer programmer, and all of the things that the character in the book is, that may or may not be his
Okay.
real name.
Don't no, he's not all of the things that the character in the book is, because Eric didn't read the book. But
Well, if you can get contact
He is
Bryce
awesome.
Lynch and get Ernest Cline on our podcast,
I asked Bryce about it, and he said, "I'm everywhere," is what he said. Actually,
So he's a viewer.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You said everywhere. You
I
said
guess.
everywhere.
I did say everywhere. That's.
I mean,
was
I guess
just
we can
quoting
send him a copy of this.
Yeah, he
and
might
email.
like
can we get Bryce and Ernest Cline on our podcast?
We can definitely get Bryce on our podcast. I'm pretty sure of that.
But he's
yeah.
in San Francisco, so he'd have to be drunk.
Call in.
That doesn't
Call
stop
in.
us from getting Lucci's fat ass on.
We can have him get drunk and call in. That shouldn't be an issue. I will find out.
There are several people I'd like you to try to get us on the show, but it's never going to happen. I'm not going to say the names on the show.
Okay.
Okay,
I want Ernest Cline on our show.
Miss Piggy. I don't.
No, all right.
I don't know what you're
Why not say it? Maybe
'cause-
one of our viewers has a connection.
Yeah, can get.
You're the one with the connection. I'm not saying it. I'll tell you after.
Oh, I bet I know.
You probably know exactly
bet.
what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
no, that's
Never gonna happen. No shit, it's never gonna happen.
Never gonna happen.
Never
Gonna happen.
Never
No, I'm
gonna
well
happen.
aware.
Never.
Never.
No, we're friends with his best friend, or
Oh.
one of his best friends,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
never gonna happen.
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
I never truly thought otherwise. It'd just be cool as fuck.
Yeah, that would be cool as fuck.
That
I
would be
agree.
cool as fuck. And
It
just
would.
to have him sit down and,
And
shit with us.
if I fly down to Florida when he's down there and we're drunk, I might be able to do it.
Or get a
So buy
little
me a
interview
plane
with him.
ticket to go see my friend Anna at the same
We'll just
time
start
that
an-
is in Florida, and it might possibly with a slim chance happen.
We'll just start another GoFundMe.
There you go. yeah, actually,
That last GoFundMe got us food when we needed it.
Thanks, Fesh.
Not a PlayStation though.
not a
not a
PlayStation. No.
All right. I think that's about it for this episode. It's been fun. We're back in the saddle. This one didn't fucking suck ass like last week.
yeah.
Last week was a fucking train wreck and a half. You can find
I
us.
left.
And it's because you
Christie
left.
was going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find us on Facebook on.
We were counting on you.
Sorry.
I hate you.
I hate you. I was so
I
bored
hate
that
you
I would
too.
have done that bored, angry drinking when you're sitting at a house for 7 hours waiting for something to
Dude,
happen.
that's fine. We were angry drinking by the time we started
But
recording.
I had to drive
Yeah,
on
you
the
wouldn't have been able- yeah.
pothole-ridden Route 100.
I had to drive his drunk ass.
Our car is
Well,
broken.
to be
now
fair,
because of
you
that.
just drove my drunk ass to your house, in which case I got my car and drove the rest of the way. You did not go out of your way at all.
Didn't go out of my way, but I still had to drive from fucking Pottstown.
disclaimer.
You would
they
have
are-
been there anyway.
Disclaimer: they are not admitting to drinking and driving.
We
or
would
driving.
never do
No,
that
We-
no.
on the
So-
internet.
No, the designated
They would
driver
never do that on the internet.
sober.
Yeah, we only
before
drink at stop
driving.
signs and red lights.
Yes, exactly.
My God.
You can find us on the Chaotic Neutral Podcast on Facebook and chaoticneutralpodcast.com. What are you doing? Settle down. I'll show you.
Trying to touch the man that I'm allowed to sleep with if I ever, meet him and seduce him, even though he's gay.
Okay, so not Nathan Fillion.
No,
no,
Lee
so-
Pace. Lee Pace
Oh,
is
that's
the
Lee
one
Pace?
guy.
That's her list.
Holy
yes.
shit, that is Lee Pace.
He is the entire.
He looks really different in Guardians of the Galaxy.
So would Eric have to seduce him?
I would have to seduce him. Yes.
It's fine.
I have
Fine,
I
can
have
watch.
a much different
I don't
list.
care.
Yeah.
Well, if you have a video camera, I'll seduce him.
Maybe he's into Asians. It could happen.
Who isn't
never know.
into Asians?
It's true. It's true.
All right. That was his thing.
We're ambiguous.
It's been fun. This has been a discussion and a half. I'm EJ.
I'm Blanche.
I'm Eric.
I'm Christy.
Toodles.
Rory, say something.
And now he shuts the fuck
Damn
up.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Babies.